There's literally channels dedicated to low basketball IQ that just like to shred guys like Austin Reaves. I never knew, but somebody pointed me in that direction. I couldn't even watch 5 seconds of it, bro. I lost brain cells just being there. There's some real LeBron Glazers that just like to hate on everybody not named LeBron. And they're looking really silly right now because, they like to talk trash about me for giving Austin Reaves his obvious due process. Another 30 people you gotta say now, clown. So it's like they always got something to say, man. Clowns off of my TV screen. Listen, I will never go back on that channel, not even for 5 seconds.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, Big Tone. I had to fall back from your boy, man, the locker room, man.
Man, I've been telling you, nigga, you ain't want to listen.
Nah, it's not that I didn't.
That boy's a two-way player, bro. He's the only nigga.
Two-way player.
He's a two-way player, bro. He's the only nigga that keep
LeBron fan.
Yo, Big Tone, this dude was talking. Like, my thing is, anytime you beat him in a debate, he always got a condescending narrative, like, oh, you guys don't know basketball and all of this shit. So I'm like, all right, well, debate me then. He like, oh, nobody debates. We just fans. Our debates don't matter. And I'm like, so why the fuck you got a show called The Smoke Show? Like, it's just too much of moving the goalposts for me. And it's like, I just did basketball talk. I ain't talking about none of the extra corny shit he was doing, but just basketball talk. When it came down to basketball content, I was whooping his ass. And he got disrespectful. He got disrespectful to somebody on my panel, so I stopped fuck with him. You know how I know it was bad? He came all the way. He came to my Facebook. Like, I never seen nobody go from sorting somebody out on Facebook from YouTube. Like, bruh, I went to his page. He kept calling. He kept putting my picture. I said, yo, you keep putting my picture up.
Don't give my shit away. He like to make my sound bite part of his show. I never said nothing like this where somebody that's a different blogger on a different screen takes your sound bite and DJs your shit. Like, he's like a fucking DJ. Don't give my shit away.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, folks. We are back, and we got to keep the conversation rolling, folks. Me personally, I'm not going to let Austin Reaves off the hook. This dude, as you guys can see by the title of the show, folks, I've been waiting for him to come back, folks, honestly. I was a little bit sad when he wasn't playing, I was sad when he wasn't playing. But now that he's back, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back on his ass, right? I'm back on his ass. So, you guys see the title of the show, folks. I've said this for years now. The dude is in the perfect spot, right? He's in the perfect spot. When he plays well, they're doing segments on, First Take, talking about, is the dude the best third option in the NBA? Right? This is what they do when he plays well, folks. And then when he starts stinking the joint up, the media, the fanboys, they conveniently go missing. Conveniently, right? They stop everything, It's like a pandemic almost. Everything gets shut down. The streets are empty. It's like, hold on, wait a second. You guys were just outside yesterday. It was all good a week ago. Then he starts stinking the joint up, and all of a sudden you niggas go missing. The streets are empty. Nobody's outside.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. Take a look at the help section in your Alexa app.
I'm sorry in advance if I let you
Shut your bitch ass up. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, man. I gotta unplug this goddamn Alexa. I gotta unplug it at some point because it's starting to really get on my goddamn nerve. So I do apologize for that. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in, though. We got Treasure in the building. We got Swagger Brian, Arioka, Skino, I Hate Y'all, Brian Russell, JJ. He said the LeBron haters are still blaming LeBron. They think Austin and Luka is where it's really at. We got Dwayne Mars. What's going on, man? Brian, BKNY. What's going on, man? Hoodie Walker, Millionaire 313, Enrique, Mr. Player Made. Folks, y'all do me a favor and drop a like on the video. He said Alexa noisy. Okay, shout out to Dat Manny, Samoda Dragon. We got Cavs. What's going on, man? Folks, I came across some very disturbing stats that I wanted to talk about tonight, that I wanted to show you guys as well. Okay? I came across some very, very disturbing statistics. Now, the one that I came across, I put it on the thumbnail, okay? So you guys can kind of see, you know, ever since the All-Star break, folks, Aston has returned to the starting lineup, okay? Now, if you guys remember, earlier in the season, you know, he was running around, you know, versus bottom feeder teams, and, you know, he was playing well. You know, he was getting help from the Zebra Boys. You know, the NBA was doing a fantastic job at making sure the Lakers remained relevant. You know, they wanted the Lakers to, you know, stay in the hunt without LeBron James. So obviously the Zebra Boys, folks, they got involved. You know, they came to the party, and, you know, they started doing nasty things, folks. They started doing disgusting things. I mean, we saw it in the game versus the Pelicans earlier this year. Austin Reaves and Luka, without LeBron, these dudes combined for 26 free throws in a game versus the Pelicans. They both had 13 apiece. They had more free throws combined between those two than the entire Pelicans roster. They were the only Lakers in that game to have free throw attempts. Nobody else on the Lakers had free throw attempts in that game. This actually happened, folks. So with help from the NBA, right? With help from an easy schedule, Aston was able to become an all-star in October and in November. Okay? As you guys can see on the screen, he was an all-star for 2 months. Okay? We can't take that away from him. We can't take that away from him, folks. He was an all-star for about 2 months. Okay? Now, unfortunately, you know, you don't get to play in the all-star game for being a 2-month all-star, right? You don't really get any recognition for being a 2-month all-star. So it is what it is. But like I said, I don't want to take that away from him because he was an all-star back in November. Okay? He was.
I'm sorry in advance if I let you down. I'm sorry in advance if I let you down.
Folks, like I said, I'm not here to discredit the dude. He was an all-star for 2 months. He did that. I will say that. He did. Now, folks, I told you guys, you know, when there's no LeBron James on the floor, what ends up happening, ladies and gentlemen, guys take the night off, okay? Guys take the night off, right? Nobody gets excited to play Austin Reaves. This is what Laker fans didn't understand. They still don't understand this concept. They don't. I mean, if you go to, you know, the Mayonnaise Media folks, you know, like I said, I tuned into their podcast today just to see if they would even discuss Aston. Really didn't hear much about Aston today. You know, Colin Cowherd, Jason Temp, Jovan Buha, Trevor Lane, and Nick Wright, folks. Like I said, they only cover Austin when he plays well. That's when they're up on their show, right? Throwing cheeks, okay? They only throw cheeks for Aston when he plays well. When he has a bad game, that's when they deflect and they start finding other guys to blame. You guys got to start paying attention to what they do. All right? You guys have to pay attention to what the Mayonnaise Media does. These guys are very slick, right? They're very slimy, okay? They're like snakes. They're very, you know, slithery. They're venomous. You know, they're sneaky creatures is what they are. Okay? You guys have to pay attention. You have to stay woke. You have to stay vigilant, because if you don't, their slimy tactics, folks, will go unnoticed. Okay? They will go unnoticed. They're very tactical at what they do. I will say that. I will give them some credit. They're very tactical in the way that they slime everybody out that isn't white on the Lakers. They are. So like I said, I tuned in today to the Mayonnaise Media. You know, we heard about the big three of the Lakers, obviously. You know, we heard about LeBron, obviously, and we heard about Luka, obviously. The one guy nobody outside of Stephen A. Smith and Kendrick Perkins talked about was Aston Reaves. Once again, folks, he's in the perfect position, okay? He's in the perfect position. He gets all of the credit when things are going well. He's the best third option in the NBA. Oh, the Lakers got to pay him. He's earned his money, blah, blah, blah. This is what they do when he's playing well. Then when he's playing bad, folks, what I tell you they do? They sweep it under the rug. They want us to pretend like it didn't happen. That's what Jovan Buha and Trevor Lane and all these guys, this is what they do. And we know you guys are listening, folks. This is what the Mayonnaise Media does, folks. They're filthy. They're filthy. So, folks, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention the last few games, right? I don't know if you guys have been paying attention. Austin Reaves has been playing like dog shit trash, folks. Okay? He's no longer playing like the All-Star for 2 months back in November. But once again, most of you guys probably didn't notice because, once again, nobody's talking about it. That's what we're here to discuss tonight, folks. So let's actually get into some of these numbers, folks, because they're honestly a little bit disturbing. They are. They're a little bit disturbing. Now, let me get some of these tabs closed out. Give me 1 second, folks. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry
You're a freaky frog.
in advance if I let you down.
You're a freaky frog.
Jesus Christ, man. Okay, I think we're good, folks. I think we're good. Yeah, okay, we're good. No more crazy tabs opened. Okay. Let me show you guys what's been going on the last 3 games or so since the All-Star break, right? What's happened, folks? We're no longer playing bottom feeder competition anymore, okay? No more bottom feeders, right? You're playing legitimate competition ever since the All-Star break. Now, as you guys can see, these are this bum's numbers over the last 3 games. 15.7 points. So let's just go ahead and round that up. We'll say 16, 4, and 2. 16, 4, and 2, folks. These are not the same numbers that he was putting up against the Pelicans to begin the season when he was the All-Star for 2 months, right? There's a precipitous drop-off, folks, when the competition ratchets up, right? So let's just really just analyze the numbers here really quickly, folks. So we've played 3 very solid teams since the All-Star break. We've played Phoenix, we've played Orlando, and we've played the Boston Celtics, right? 3 pretty solid teams. Now, let me show you guys this, folks. Let's look at his averages. So he's averaging 15.7 points, okay? We all know that. Let's get to the percentages, folks. This is where it gets a little bit disgusting. Now, you guys see where it says field goal percentage, folks. Now, he is shooting, since the All-Star break, he is shooting 40% from the field. And like Arioka says in the chat, folks, we're talking D-Lo numbers at this point. Okay? We're talking D-Lo numbers. 40%. This is what D-Lo shot for the Lakers in the playoffs, folks. Shout out to F. Mean in the chat. He shot 40% for the Lakers in the playoffs. What did Laker fans demand? They demanded that he get traded. They didn't want D-Lo anymore. They said he can't shoot. He's not coming through. for the Lakers. He's ass. He's washed up. Get him off the squad. The numbers are terrible. Well, folks, do you guys notice how they quietly and conveniently don't mention anything about Austin Reaves? Since the All-Star break, the dude's shooting 40% from the field. As a guard. As a guard, folks. As a guard in the NBA, he's shooting 40% from the field since the All-Star break. Okay? I don't know what's going on with this website. This website is straight up tweaking right now. This website is straight up tweaking. I don't know what's going on with StatMuse right now. All these goddamn ads they got on this stupid-ass website. So he's shooting 40% from the field. Trevor Lane, Jovan Buha, Jason Timpf. And then he's also shooting 36% from the three-point line, folks. Okay? 36%, that's around league average. I think league average is about 35, 36%. Okay? 92% from the free throw line, 54% true shooting. Let's continue over, folks. Look at this, folks. For all the plus-minus lovers out there, he's been a -3 on average since the All-Star break. -3. Okay? So, obviously, right, that isn't even, the crazy part about all of this. Let me show you guys. Let's look at some other numbers that I came across, folks. Let me show you guys this, man. So I did a little bit more digging about Austin Reaves, folks. I did a little bit more digging. And the stats get a little bit nastier the deeper you dig. So let me show you guys this stat. Okay. So you guys know, right? The Lakers since the top 4 teams in the NBA are Boston, Detroit, OKC, and the Spurs, right? So I did some research because I was curious. What's the Lakers' record versus the top 4 teams in the NBA? Folks, this is the Lakers' record versus the top 4 teams in the NBA. Once again, this is our record versus Boston, Detroit, OKC, and the San Antonio Spurs. The Lakers are 1-8 versus those teams this season. Straight dog shit trash. Okay? That's not all though, folks. Let me show you guys this. So I want to know, what is Austin's numbers in these games, right? I wanted to know what are his numbers in the games that we play the elite competition in the NBA, the top 4 teams. So I did a little bit of research, folks, and I found his numbers in those games. So these are his numbers in these games, folks, right? Let's just go through it real quick. Now, obviously, he's missed a couple of games because he was faking that injury last month, so I don't believe he played Detroit, right? So he's missed a couple of games, so he's only played 5 games. So remember, we're 1-8 versus the top 4 teams in the NBA, but Austin only played in 5 of those games. So in those 5 games, folks, he's averaging 19 points, which is well below his season average this season, for the record. But he's averaging 19 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists, right? So on the surface, you would think, oh, those aren't bad numbers, right? Then you start looking at his percentages in these games, folks. Look at this. Look at what he's shooting from the field in these games. On average, folks, he's shooting 41% from the field, which once again is D'Angelo Russell numbers. 41% as a guard. That is not good. That is literally below average. I believe league average for a guard from the field is about 45%. So if he's shooting 41%, what does that mean? He's a below average shooter with those numbers at 41%. Then you look at 3-point percentage, folks, right? You see where it says 3-point percentage? On average, folks, he's shooting a dismal 25%. 25% from three.
I'm sorry in advance if I let you down.
Folks, 41% from the field, below average. 25% from the three-point line, below average, right? Then look at the box score plus minus, folks. He's a minus 13 against the best teams in the NBA for all the plus minus lovers, right? So on the surface, the numbers look good until you start to actually break the numbers down and you realize, oh, this dude's actually dog shit. He's actually dog shit trash. That's not all, though, folks. You guys aren't going to believe this stat. So remember, we're 1-8, right? Versus the top 4 teams in the NBA. But Austin only played in 5 of those games. Now stay with me for a second, folks. Stay with me. So he played in 5 of those games. Let me ask you guys a question. What do you guys think his record is? What do you guys think the Lakers' record is? Versus those teams when Austin played? What do you guys think the Lakers' record is versus the top 4 teams in the NBA?
There's literally channels dedicated to low basketball IQ that just like to shred guys like Austin Reaves. I never knew. Somebody pointed me in that direction. I couldn't even watch 5 seconds of it, bro. I lost brain cells. There's some real LeBron glazers that just like to hate on everybody not named LeBron. And they're looking really silly right now because, they like to talk trash about me for giving Austin Reaves his obvious due props. Another 30 piece. What you got to say now, clown?
I learned a game
so it's
from
like
some
they always got something to
heavyweights.
say, man. Get the
Catching
clowns off
buses,
my team.
making change
I'll
from
never go
another
back on that
place.
channel, not even for 5 seconds.
I'm a rolling stone.
Folks, what are we talking about again? I'm a little bit confused. Folks. Is this microphone on? Can you guys hear me? Swaggerbron said he thought his headband was going to boost his game. Roland says you always do an excellent job exposing these frauds. Roland, there's a reason why they pretend that I'm not here. There's a reason why they don't want to do any podcasts with me. There's a reason why the Mayonnaise Media decided to click up. They realized they have strength in numbers. Yeah, that's what they did. Jovan Buha, Jason Temp, Trevor Lane. It's what these guys do. They clicked up. They're trying to run the full court press. They're trying to trap me. They won't even let me get the ball up court. Folks. I mean, what am I supposed to do? But if I get on the show, right, and I say he's dog shit trash, I'm racist though, right? Even though I back up all of my claims with data, research, and statistics and facts. They act like I'm getting up here saying he's dog shit trash just out of nowhere. Like I have no evidence to back this up. This is what these people do. They love to discredit the blacks. They did it with Magic Johnson. They did it with Nico Harrison. They're doing it with LeBron James. This is what the whites do. When you expose them, their strategy is to discredit you in the media, right? In the paper, on the TV. Folks, this is their strategy. You guys have to pay attention. They act like I've been up here saying Austin Reaves is trash just because he's white or something. They've tried to turn me into a racist. They have. They've tried to turn me into a racist. I'm like, yo, dude, what are you talking about? I was just out in LA sticking dick off in snow bunnies. What do you mean racist? What are you talking about? I'm not Dr. Umar Johnson, nigga.
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
I'm sorry.
I said what I said. I said what I said.
Folks, shout out to Jesus. He says, I have a great plan. What if LeBron could go to the Clippers next season and win a ring for them? No one else could ever question the king. At this point, anybody would be better. Any place would be better than the Lakers at this point. We got Enrique. He says they did it to Coach Ham. Exactly. Thank you. He's another one. He's another black man that they love to discredit and question, even when he was right about certain things. And like I said, I'm not here to defend Darvin because he wasn't a good coach to me necessarily, but there were some decisions that he made that I did agree with. But once again, Jovan Buha and the mayonnaise media, they love to get up on their show, right? Told you guys, they're all racist. They're all racist. They are. I mean, and this is my thing, right? And I get tired of like pretending, you know? Like, well, I get tired of like having to pretend like these people aren't racist when they are. I mean, let's just keep it a buck. It's okay. But just admit it. Just admit you don't like blacks. We can tell. We can tell. We saw it yesterday when DeAndre Ayton came out voicing his frustrations about the Lakers trying to turn him into Clint Capella. What did they immediately do? What did Trevor Lane immediately do? They immediately tried to discredit him as if they're on the floor, as if they're in the locker room, as if they understands what it's like to play with Luka Dookie. That's what Trevor Lane and these clowns did yesterday. The first thing they did was discredit DeAndre Ayton, as if nothing he said had any validity to it. You guys didn't see what Trevor said on Twitter yesterday? Hold on, let me show you guys. I told y'all, they're all racist. I'm tired of keeping my mouth shut. I'm tired of pretending like they're not racist. They're racist. The whole organization is racist, folks. Look, this is what he said yesterday. As soon as DeAndre Ayton came out and said what he said, Trevor Lane got on his Twitter. This is what he said, folks. If you don't want to be Clint Capella, then don't apply for a Clint Capella job. What are you talking about, apply for a Clint Capella job? Y'all wanted the man. What are you talking about? He didn't come seeking you niggas out. There was mutual interest on both sides. Y'all wanted I told y'all to leave his gay ass alone. I'm the one that said that. Y'all were the ones jumping up and down talking about we got our center. He came out yesterday and basically said, yo, I don't like my role. I don't like what they're trying to do to me. They're trying to turn me into Clint Capella. They want me to do all of Luka's dirty work. Have you guys noticed the mayonnaise media, these whites in Lakerland that are doing their podcasts and doing media? Have you guys noticed all they talk about is going to get dirty guys so they can come do all the dirty work for Luka? That's what they want us to do. They want us to be slaves to Luka. They want guys that are going to do all the dirty work that he's not going to do. They want guys to dive on the floor, run up and down the court playing lockdown defense, rebounding, rim protection. They want us to do all of Luka's dirty work. What did I tell you guys on the show we did last night? We're not your fucking slaves, niggers. He said Luka's a slave man. Shout out to Nick T with the $5 super chat.
Hey, I fuck with your boy. Fuck with your boy.
LeBron fans.
You said they say LeBron doesn't play D, but all I see is teams targeting Luka and Austin Reaves. I wish LeBron would fake an injury for the rest of the season. When things go wrong with Luka and Reaves, the first thing they do is they look around and they find the nearest black man to blame. That's what they do. When JJ is standing up, coaching the team, and Luka and Reaves are getting cooked, who does he cuss out? He cusses out Jackson Hayes. He benches Jared Vanderbilt. He puts Rui Hachimura in the doghouse. It's like, but wait a second, hold on. Why? Have you guys noticed that? Have you guys noticed? We've seen JJ Redick bench Vando and Rui and Dalton Connect, and he's trashed all the black players. He's cussed them out. Jackson Hayes, he's cussed everybody out. Have you guys noticed he's never cussed out Luka? We don't see him cussing out Reaves. Have you guys ever thought about why? Luka could be getting cooked, and let me show you the play from yesterday. He literally got beat off the dribble last night, right? Grayson Allen took him off the dribble. LeBron knew he was going to get beat because that's the strategy for every team. It's just attack Luka and Austin Reaves. LeBron knew he was going to get beat, which he got beat. Grayson Allen got the step on him. LeBron comes over to, try to contest the shot. Grayson Allen passes it to Gillette. I think it's, Gillette. His last name is so goddamn dumb. Just a stupid-ass last name. It's such a fucking tongue twister. Gillespie, whatever his name is. Gillespie, whatever. The white boy on Phoenix. Fuck it. The white boy. He passed it to the other white boy on Phoenix, right? And then he passes it to Royce O'Neal for the game-winning 3. You want to know who everybody blamed today, folks? They blaming LeBron. This is what these people do. They're shameless. And then when you call out the blatant and obvious racism, you want to know what these monkey niggers do? We had one of these monkey niggers in the chat earlier, on the show we did earlier. Then you'll have some black-ass monkey nigger in the chat talking about why you got to bring up race? What does race got to do with it? Are you actually paying attention, or are you just flapping your dick suckers? What are you talking about? What does race have to do with it? That's about 90% of what's going on here. It's about 90% racism and about 10% basketball. I mean, what are we talking about? How do you explain the Lakers putting out reports, right? Talking about Austin Reaves is untradeable, but AD gets traded, and he's a number 1 overall pick. He's a top 75 player. How do you explain that? What has Austin Reaves ever done to make him untradeable over a guy like Anthony Davis, for example? How else can you justify that other than racism? How? Explain it to me. Explain it to me. That because I'm a critical thinker, And the only logical explanation that I can come up with is that this Lakers regime is inherently racist. That's the only thing that makes sense. AD has been an all-star. He's been a defensive player of the year candidate. He's been he's won a championship for this organization. He won in college. He's an Olympian. He's a number 1 overall pick. There's nothing from a basketball perspective that Austin Reaves has done that would make him untradeable over a guy like Anthony Davis. But for some odd reason, he's untradeable. You guys think if Austin Reaves was 4 shades darker, he would still be here? If Austin Reaves was 4 shades darker, he'd be Lonnie Walker. Do you guys know where Lonnie Walker is right now? Does anybody know where Lonnie Walker is right now? You want to know where Lonnie Walker is right now? Lonnie Walker's jacking his dick on the couch somewhere. That's where he's at. He's beating his meat on the couch somewhere, probably listening to the show. Shout out to Lonnie Walker. He's somewhere beating his meat, folks, at home on the couch. He's at home. He's not in the NBA anymore. So like I said, every time, we have these uncomfortable conversations, people always go, well, why you gotta bring up race? Because it's right in my face and I can't ignore it. What are you talking about? What do you mean, why do I always have to bring up race? Y'all are the same racist fans that spray painted the N-word on my GOAT's home before he was ever even a Laker. You're the same racist fans that deface my GOAT's murals. Y'all are racist. But when we call it out, like, what, we're doing too much? No, you're the racist one. Like, you should be proud. Like, what do you want to hide for? What do you want to hide for? You want to be racist in private and in peace? No, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's have the conversation. Oh, no, that's when you're doing too much, right? Why are you calling out the racism? Just let us be racist in peace. Fuck out of here. That's what they want. They want to be racist in peace. They don't want you to call it out. Come on, really? The worst thing this dude ever did, LeBron James, was coming to this racist ass city. I saw a report that literally said in 2018, LeBron could have went to the Rockets and teamed up with Chris Paul and James Harden. In all honesty, folks, that's what he should have done. That's what he should have done, in all honesty. He should have went to Philly and teamed up with Embiid or something. He should have went to Houston and teamed up with Chris Paul and James Harden. Like, in all seriousness, the worst thing LeBron ever did in his career was come to the Lakers. That was his worst career move, in my opinion. That was the worst career move. Look at what they said. In the summer of 2018, the Rockets were seriously in the mix to land LeBron James. Reports say Houston was considered a serious option for LeBron that would have paired him up with James Harden and Chris Paul, but he decided to join the Lakers instead. Imagine that big three in Houston. Look at this, folks. You know what I don't see? Any crackers.
I'm sorry in advance if I let you down. I'm sorry in advance if I let you down.
Imagine in 2018, folks, if LeBron would have just went to Houston. And I was in LA. I was living in LA at the time. And I remember the day LeBron signed with the Lakers. I was ecstatic. And I loved the fact that he came to LA. But looking back on it, folks, it was the worst decision of his career. It was the single worst decision of his career. Going to Miami was very smart. Going back to Cleveland was very smart. The worst decision he made was going to the Lakers. That was the worst decision he ever made. Okay, shout out to Samoa Dragon with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, man.
Hey, I fuck with your boy. Fuck with your boy.
LeBron fans.
He said Lakers fans / media are the problem. NBA players see how they treat LeBron and black players, and they think, and LA think players are coming. Nope, they're not. Yeah, I mean, at this point, though, what they're trying to do is they're trying to basically make it to where the black players don't have the same control. So they're not going to give the black players the big contracts anymore. You know, they're not going to be doing the most for them anymore, is what I'm noticing. They're trying to, basically give the whites all the money now. You know, they'd rather give the money to the whites at this point. That's where we're at in the NBA. They're tired of the Kevin Durant's and the Kyries and the James Hardens and the Russell Westbrooks, the Chris Pauls, the LeBrons. They're tired of that era of player mobility and the blacks having all the control. They're tired of that. So what they're doing is they're quietly, systematically gentrifying the league. They're bringing on these mediocre white dudes, and they would rather pay the mediocre white dude than to give $200 to $300 million to black players. That's what's going on. In 5 to 10 years, you're going to turn on an NBA game and you're mainly going to see white players. Either white players or light skins. That's what you're going to see. You notice all the players I named, they're all niggers. You notice that? Chris Paul, James Harden, LeBron, Russ, KD, Kyrie. What do they all have in common, folks? They're all niggers. They're all niggas. That's what they all have in common. You notice they're going away from that. Now they're going more towards the mulattoes and the whites, the Europeans, whatever. That's what they want. And then when you call it out, oh, why are you making it about race? The people that say that, folks, to me, like I said, y'all are the biggest clowns. Is when y'all want to run and hide from the truth of what's going on here. And then y'all want to pretend that it's not happening. Y'all are worse than the racists themselves. Y'all are actually worse than that. Shout out to Treasure with the $20 super chat.
LeBron fans.
Got me on a late night mission, pulling up.
You said, I'm with you when you're right. Tell the truth. Folks, shout out to Treasure. We got Miracle Yang. He said the light skins and the Mayos. I told y'all, bro, there's players in college right now that are better than Austin Reaves. Why are they finna pay Austin Reaves $200 million for? Because he's one of them. He's a part of the go along, get along gang. You see, Austin's not going to upset the apple cart. You know, he's not going to buck. You know, he's already inside. He's already inside Massa's home. See, LeBron bucked the system, right? He bucked on the slave owner. LeBron, and we've talked about this before. This is why they don't like my GOAT. You want to know why they don't like my GOAT? Because my GOAT is the first slave to overtake the plantation. We've never seen this before. We've never seen this before, folks. You guys aren't listening.
LeBron fans. LeBron fans. LeBron fans. LeBron fans.
LeBron fans.
Folks, why do you think the love that I have for my GOAT runs so deep? The love that I have for my GOAT runs deeper than the game of basketball. My GOAT is, he's an idol. Like, his story, I mean, honestly, we could make a movie on this shit, man. We could produce docuseries and documentaries on this stuff that I'm talking about right now. This stuff is deeper than the game of basketball. We've never seen a black man do the things that LeBron James has done. We've never seen in modern times, right? We weren't around back in slavery days, folks. All we know is the movies and the stories that they tell us in the history books, even though we all know that they ain't telling the whole truth. LeBron is a modern day. He's a modern day Django, folks. I don't know. Folks, LeBron James is the first modern day athlete to take over the plantation. And you guys wonder why they don't like him? They wanted my GOAT to be like Kobe. They wanted my GOAT to be like Jordan. They wanted my GOAT to be a good little slave. They didn't think my GOAT would leave in 2010. One of the people in Cleveland said he's not going to leave. He ain't got the balls. They didn't think my GOAT had the balls to buck the system. He bucked. And not only did he buck, he took over the plantation. He freed himself from the shackles. He broke out of the shed in the yard, folks, and then he walked into the house, kicked the door down, and he made the white man submit to him. You think they like this? I mean, seriously, do you think they like this? Of course they don't like this. This is why they despise LeBron James. You guys think they don't like LeBron because of basketball? No, they despise LeBron James because of what he represents. He represents black excellence, black supremacy. That's what he represents. Let's just keep it a buck. That's what he represents. Black supremacy. See, it's all fun and games when it's white supremacy. Everybody loved it when it was white supremacy. But what about when it became black supremacy? What about when we tell you what to do? What about when we tell you who to go sign? What about when we tell you how long the contract gonna be and how much money we want? What about then? It's no fun anymore then, right? Exactly. It's not fun anymore for them. So now what we're seeing with the Lakers is they're getting their get back on the back end for what he did 15 years ago. That's what this is about. They're getting their lick back. For all the years that he was running them and telling them what to do and flexing his muscle, now they're getting their get back. They're getting their get back. That's what's actually going on. But yet you niggas want to talk about basketball. This ain't about basketball. This is about my GOAT being the first black billionaire active player in the NBA. You think they want to see that? Come on, man. Be for real. Let's be for real. You know they gonna hate. He's the first black billionaire. He's a billionaire at what, 30? When did he become a billionaire? 38? 38, 39? He became a billionaire? Actively still playing in the NBA? Jordan wasn't no billionaire when he was in the NBA. Even Jordan didn't do that. Jordan didn't make his billions till after. That's when he became the multi-billionaire mogul that he is today. But that was after he was done playing. LeBron did it while he was playing. So what you think LeBron gonna be 10 years from now? 15 years from now, what you think LeBron gonna be? He'll be a multi-billionaire. You guys think they want to see this shit? Of course they don't. It is what it is, though. That's why when they come over here, they talk about, oh, the fraud, the bum, the this, the that. Dude, who do you have, bro? Who do you have? What white American player became a billionaire while he was playing? You don't have shit. This nigga's a GOAT. It's the reason we call this man the GOAT. They be mad at us because we call him the GOAT. They be upset. They be mad that we are inspired and we appreciate LeBron. They be mad at us. Oh, you're a LeBron fan? Ooh, I'm not going to subscribe to you. You're a LeBron fan.
LeBron fans.
Hey, I fuck with your boy. Fuck with your boy.
LeBron fans.
Shout out to one Black Panther. He says, the only reason I can see they want Bron to stay is to use him as a scapegoat when Luka and Reaves mess up. They know Luka is already exposed to the world. Shout out to Mike298 with the $10 super chat. You said Luka got players within days. Ask AD. I come to the locker room, I get a lot of data and research that barely gets talked about, and as Reggie's haters say, a condescending narrative. Keep it up. Shout out to Mike298. Appreciate you, man. And shout out to one Black Panther too. Folks, I don't know no white dude that played in the NBA, that's American, that became a billionaire while he was still actively playing in the NBA. I don't know of one. Why do you think they always, you guys want to know what's crazy? If you go to that Tether's channel, and you guys know what Tether I'm talking about, right? You guys know what Tether I'm talking about. This Tether.
LeBron fans.
If you go to this Tether's channel, right, and you go in his comment section, or you go to Scap Attack, or you just read their comments, you go in the comments, it's just nothing but LeBron hate. LaTrash this, LaBiogenesis, LaFraud, LaBum, LaBarbie, LaBoo-Boo. It's just like, why are you people so upset? Why do y'all hate my GOAT so much? What did my GOAT do to you? But then when you say these people are racist, oh, but why you got to bring race into it? Oh, but what do you mean? It's not race. No, y'all are just racist, bro. Like, let's just keep it a bug. Y'all are hating. That's all this is. Y'all are just haters, bro. I don't even care that much to do. Like, literally, this nigga drop videos every day about LeBron. And every day, these niggas be in the comment section. LaTrash, LaBarbie, LaFraud, LaBoo-Boo. I don't have that kind of energy to be commenting on niggas' pages every day talking about LaTrash and LaBarbie and LaBoo-Boo. There's no player in the NBA that I would have that kind of energy to where I would be in somebody's comment section of every video every day talking about one man. I don't have that kind of energy. Even when niggas make videos about Luka and Austin Reaves, I don't be all in their comments trolling about Luka. I don't even care that deeply. Niggas be thinking I care about this stuff. Nigga, when I close this computer down and I go to sleep, nigga, I don't even think about this shit, in all honesty. Niggas think I give a fuck about this shit. I don't even think about this stuff when I shut it down. Niggas literally wake up to hate. I don't understand that. I'm talking about nigga wake up before he even brush his teeth, he start hating. Like, nigga, go brush your teeth, gang. Go take a shower. Go wash your clothes. Go fold your laundry. There's no way. There's no way these people are real, bro. I'm starting to think these are bots, bro. They have to be bots. There's no way these are real people. There's no way. We're just at a point, folks, where it's just like, bro, this is the biggest thing to me. The LA media and the LA fans, folks, they are the most racist fans I have ever seen, bro. I have ever seen. I'm talking about soon as my GOAT got here, they talking about, nigga, you gotta win. Nigga, I'm talking about even the first year when we had Lonzo and LeBron and Rondo and JaVale McGee and all them niggas, Brandon Ingram, all them niggas, they was expecting a title that year. Luka gets here. Oh, it's okay, Luka. We just gotta build the right team. It's okay. It's not your fault. It's LeBron's fault. It's okay, Luka. We're gonna go get you Herb Jones. Don't worry. You want to go to the Backstreet Boys concert, Luka? Luka, I love you. I love you, Luka. MVP. 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 Really? MVP? Then LeBron goes to the line. Crickets. Boo. Luka goes to the line. MVP! MVP! We love you, Daddy! I love you, Luka! The nigga that brought you a championship, y'all talking about y'all want him gone. But the white boy that ain't done nothing, y'all talking about y'all love him. I'm telling y'all, bro, this is why I told y'all. I turned in my Laker card a long time ago. I don't think I'll ever be a Laker fan again, bro. I can't get with these people, bro. I can't get with these Mexicans and these Asians and these white motherfuckers. I can't do it, bro. I've never seen a bigger crop of haters than Laker fans, bro. I've never seen this before. Y'all are just real life haters. The nigga brought you a chip. Y'all were fraud. Y'all were bums. And then, you know what the craziest part about it is? Is the fact that they want to act like the Lakers were relevant. I was in LA. I was there when Lonzo and Luke Walton was the coach and Josh Hart and KCP and Brandon Ingram, all them niggas. Bro, niggas didn't even watch the games. Then as soon as LeBron come, here come niggas dusting off they Laker gear, talking about they Laker fans again. Really? Now they talking about, oh, we don't want you, get off our team. Nigga, you weren't even watching the games. Then we get here, you niggas go in your closet, you dust off your wrinkled up Kobe jersey, you dust off the dust, you blow the dust off of it, you put it on, it's too small, because you ain't worn it in 5 years, and now you talking about we never wanted him to leave, we're Laker fans. Really? I'm telling you, bro, I can't with LA, bro. I can't. That's one racist ass place, bro. Them Mexicans and them Chinese motherfuckers and them white folks over y'all are just pathetic, bro. Y'all are honestly pathetic. Like I said, I don't know why the Mexicans hating anyway. Oh, I do know why. Actually, I know why. You want to know why they hating? Because there's never been a Mexican Kobe. No, let's talk about it. Since y'all, let's go ahead and just get in. Let's go ahead and break it all the way down. I'll tell you why the Mexicans don't like LeBron. You want to know why the Mexicans be hating? You want to know why, folks? Because there's never been a Mexican LeBron. There's never been a Mexican Kobe. And there's never been a Mexican Michael Jordan. That's why they mad. They've got no representation. So all they can do is hate. No, Jesus, fuck out of here, nigga. All y'all niggas be racist, man. Fuck out of here with all that bullshit. Nigga talking about not all Mexicans. Nigga, fuck out of here. You stop it. Stop. Seriously, stop. Now, like I said, the Puerto Ricans and the Colombians and, you know, everybody else, they a little bit different. But y'all Mexicans, stop. Seriously. Y'all do not like us. Like, let's keep it a buck. Y'all get up into prison in California and y'all be kicking it with the whites. Y'all be with y'all own, y'all be with the white. Y'all do not rock with us. Stop it. Let's keep it a buck. We don't gotta fake the funk, Jesus. We don't gotta fake it, nigga. We can just be real. We don't gotta fake it. Come on, man. This is why they be hating on us. I'm telling y'all. They have no representation. I think the only Mexican hooper I know is Jaime Jaquez. I'm sorry in advance if I let you down. That's all they got, folks. They gotta like fuck with boxers and stuff, you know. They be liking boxing and all that, because at least they got some Mexican boxers and stuff. But in basketball, they just be hating because they don't got nobody. You know what I mean? The whites, like I said, the whites be mad because they don't have no representation either. The Chinese, too. They be mad, too. You know, I be seeing the Chinese niggas in the Laker game in the crowd. All the Asians up in there. They be hating, too. Why? They don't have no representation. So, obviously, they gonna hate on us. They see us in there having a good time. We cheering LeBron on, right?
LeBron fans.
We having a good old time. They just be sitting here hating. Like, damn, nigga. What y'all mad about? Because they have no representation. With all due respect, there's never been a Mexican Michael Jordan or a Mexican Kobe or a Mexican LeBron. It's just the truth. You can get mad at me, but it's the truth. Like, who's the biggest Mexican? Let me stop, bro. Let me stop. Cause I'm finna go down a rabbit hole that's gonna get nasty. So let me just stop. While I'm ahead, folks. I was about to say, who's the biggest Mexican? I'm sorry in advance if I let you down.
LeBron fans.
I'm sorry.
I said what I said. I said what I said.
Folks, this is why they don't like us. Like I said, LeBron should have went to a different market, you know? Miami, see, here's why Miami was good. And why I liked Miami. If you've ever been to Miami, folks, you guys know Miami is a melting pot. You know? There's not the see, LA is I'm telling y'all, LA is racist. It's segregated by class. And it's extremely racist. But like in a city like Miami, for example, Miami is very diverse. Miami might be the most diverse city, maybe outside of like a New York or Chicago. But when I go to Miami, I mean, I meet people that I would never meet anywhere else. Like I remember I went to Miami a few years ago and we were kicking it with like some Serbian hoes, you know? Like, damn, you're not just going to see Serbian hoes just walking around, you know what I mean? But Miami has it. Miami has the Venezuelans and, you know, they got all the people from South America, Caribbean islands. They all go to Miami. So Miami's a diverse melting pot of people. You know, everybody really gets along. Like, you don't really see a lot of the stuff. LA, bro, come on, man. Them people out there are racist, bro. Same thing with like New York. New York is a melting pot of people. You're going to see all different walks of life in New York. It's a melting pot. LeBron going to the LA market, I just don't feel like that was a good decision by LeBron. In all honesty. And honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, he would have been better off going to the Knicks. If we're being real. He would have been better off going to... I would have much rather saw LeBron the last 8 years in New York than in LA. New York would have been better. Because even though Knicks fans are a little bit insane, at least they respect basketball. Laker fans, like I said, they're just racist. They go to Laker games for the image of it, to take pictures and all that. It's an influencer fest in LA. People don't really care about the game. New York fans, they care about basketball. Philly fans, they care about basketball, right? It's different. Different demographic, different fans, different mentality. Like, just imagine the last 8 years LeBron was in the Garden every night. Imagine what a spectacle that would have been. And you wouldn't have to deal with all these racist ass people out in California. He should have went to Houston. Now, I haven't been to Houston yet, but I've heard it's kind of like Atlanta. That's what I always hear. People always say it's like a bigger, better Atlanta. But I know Houston's pretty diverse as well. So yeah, he should have went to like a Houston, a Miami again, a New York. Because when LeBron was in Miami, you didn't hear about his house getting spray painted with the N-word. You didn't hear about some of that stuff that's happened to him in LA. They didn't deface no mural of LeBron in Miami. Miami's not like that. LA, racist. Let's just keep it a buck. Racist. It's racist. If I know LeBron might not ever publicly admit it, but I personally think, yeah, him coming to LA was probably the biggest mistake of his career. Because think about it. If he would have went to New York, right, and won a championship in New York, that would have been better than winning a championship in LA. The Knicks haven't won since what, 73? We're talking over 50 years ago, folks, since the Knicks have won a championship. If he would have brought them a championship, that would have probably meant just as much. Well, maybe not just as much, but it would have been up there with that Cleveland championship for sure. The Cleveland championship, that's the greatest ring of all time. So if he would have went to New York and won one, that would have probably been the second best ring he probably would have accomplished. And I think they would have been much more appreciative of LeBron because, like I said, Knicks fans are a little bit different. They're crazy, but, obviously New York is the mecca of basketball. The Garden is the mecca. To me, the Garden is the best arena in the NBA. I've been once. I've been to a Knicks game once in 2021, right after, COVID and everything. So it wasn't like fully packed in there, but it was still a great experience. I personally thought it was the best arena that I've been to. I loved it. I enjoyed myself. I really did like the Garden. I've been to the Staples Center, now the Crypto.com Arena. It's okay. It's okay. It was nothing special to me. Obviously I've been to the arena in Atlanta. But to me, the best one that I've been to was Madison Square Garden. So, yeah, if LeBron would have went to New York, I think that would have just been a better legacy play. And it would have just been better overall for him and his mental health probably. You ain't got to deal with these racist fans, these Kobe fans. It's just been bad, bro. And I tried to hold my tongue for a couple of years. I didn't really speak on a lot of the stuff that I was peeping. But as you guys can see, these days, I don't really care anymore. I'm speaking up and speaking out about everything that I be seeing. And I know some people don't like it, but fuck them. I don't care. I know some people want me to be quiet and not talk about the racism and the fans in LA, and they want me to just stick to basketball. No, fuck y'all. We're out. So now we can just tell the truth about Laker fans, the LA market, the LA media. Y'all are all racist to me. I don't rock with none of them at all. That's another reason why I ain't holding my tongue. I don't like none of them. I don't want to do a pod with them. I don't want to kick it with them. I don't want to network with them. I don't want to do nothing. That clown ass nigga talking about, well, you need to be nicer so you can network with people. Nigga, what make you think I want to network with you bitch ass niggas? What make you think that?
Please don't tell me that was you saying the 96 Sonics. This is what you got to realize, Judah. It's very easy to out-debate locker room. It's not very challenging whatsoever. The fact that you let locker room outwit you and out-debate you, it says a lot. We're not talking about a very high-level basketball mind, and you got outwitted by the locker room.
Chat, these stupid-ass niggas talking about, you need to be nicer so you can network with people. Bitch ass nigga, don't nobody want to network with you, pussy. What do you think? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind, dude? Like, what make you think a nigga want to network with y'all? The fuck? What, you thought I was friendly, nigga? You thought because you called into the show a few times I was your friend? You thought we were friendly? Nigga, please. That's what y'all niggas be thinking about me. I don't know, man. You got MJ talking about I'm a white boy and all this. Nigga, y'all niggas don't know me, bro. I'm a real life sicko in real life. I don't give a fuck about nothing. Give a fuck about none of you niggas. I'm just keeping it a buck. Nigga talking about I need a network with y'all. Nigga, please. Network about what? Really? Network about what? Exactly. The fuck?
I'm sorry in advance if I let you.
Nigga said we need a network. Bitch ass nigga, please. About what? Your weak ass channel? Nobody trying to network with you? That weak ass pod trash you got? The fuck we gonna network about, nigga? You ain't making no fucking money, nigga. You're a fucking brokey. Network about what? So like I said, folks, yeah, I'm done holding my tongue though. You know, the first few years, you guys might have noticed, right? The first few years, I was a lot more nicer and I was, you know, just a little bit different. I don't know if you guys have noticed these days, folks. I mean, you guys heard on the show earlier. I'm cussing niggas out every day, right? I mean, I'm just going in every day. The reason why is because I just don't give a fuck anymore. I just don't. I'm just fed up. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired, bro. I'm tired of every day talking about Austin Reaves, bum ass. I'm tired of Luka Dookie. I'm tired of watching LeBron be here. I'm just fed up, bro. I'm tired of Rob Pelinka. I'm just over this whole situation. I don't care no more. I don't care no more. So if you guys wondering why I've changed a little bit, that's why. I just don't care anymore. So I know you guys are like, you know, yo, what's going on with this dude, man? He's different. This isn't the Reggie we used to know. No, it's not. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not. I'm over it. I'm done. I've been talking about Austin Reaves bum ass for 3 fucking years. I'm going crazy at this point. I'm going crazy at this point, man. Like, I've been forced to talk about white bums for years now. I'm over it. I'm literally over it. It's time for LeBron to go. Like I said, I know you built that nice ass house in LA. I get it, you know. But, you know, you still got a nice crib out in Cleveland. You know what I mean? It's time to go home. You know, you can spend some time in LA, but it's time to go home, or it's time to go get a penthouse or something in New York or something. It's time to get the fuck. I can't do LA anymore. I'd rather LeBron at this point go to Miami again. You know, I can't deal with LA. Like I said, the media and these racist fans, I just can't, bro. Y'all are just insufferable. just hating for no reason. We get it. You niggas are poor out there. We get it. We do. A lot of y'all are poor. You know? You're staying 4-2 an apartment. You know, you're barely getting by. You know, you're fucked up in the game. You know, you're out there living in the hood. But taking it out on my goat, I mean, I don't understand that. It's not my goat's fault. You're poor and, you know. Had some chick out. I was just out in LA a few weeks ago. Had some chick hit me up 8 a.m. to my some. Can you pay for my nails? No. The fuck? The fuck do I look like? You bitches are poor. Like we get, and she was a baddie. You hoes are poor. You're poor. That's why when that clown ass nigga MJ come on the show the other day talking about, you know, he make $100,000 a year. Nigga, stop it. There's no middle class in LA, nigga. You either got money or you don't. Like, there's no middle class anymore. You either got money or you're poor. That's it. There's no middle class. Nigga talking about 100K. Nigga, 100K was impressive 30 years ago in the 90s. That's when 100K was impressive, nigga. I'm just keeping it real. 100. What you gonna do with 100,000 in LA, nigga? What you gonna do with 100,000 in LA, ladies and gentlemen? That's what? That's how much money is that a month? You talking what? 8,000? 8.5K? Your rent is gonna be 3,000 for a nice place. Bare minimum. If you want to live somewhere in a nice building, in a nice home or whatever, your rent is gonna be starting out at $3,000 in LA. Anything less than that, you're gonna be living in the slums pretty much. You're gonna be living in the slums. I went over to some girl's crib, right? Swear to God, I pulled up like maybe 2 in the afternoon, 1 in the afternoon, because I left my credit cards in her apartment. I get out the Uber to go to her building. There's a homeless nigga sitting like he's just like sitting on the front of the building. I get out the car. He say, "What's up?" to me. I'm like, "What's good, man?" He's like, "What up, man?" I'm like, "What's good? What's going on?" Come on, gang. You niggas can't even go outside without seeing homeless people sleeping on your front porch. Let's keep it a buck. And the chick lived in Hollywood. That's why when MJ called in the other day talking shit and he said he lived in Hollywood, I'm like, nigga, you're poor. Nigga, I was literally just there. That ain't no good area, bro. Like, this is just not. Have y'all been on Hollywood Boulevard? It smells like piss. Seriously, it smells like piss outside. So off the top, you got to spend at least $3,000 to live somewhere where, you know, you're going to have a nice apartment unit. So let's just say you make 8K. So 8K, $3,000 for your living. That's $5K. Your car note, your insurance, let's just say another $500 to a band, right? So now you're down to $4K for the rest of the month. You still got to go out and have a good time. You still got to go out to eat. You still got to get food. You still got to pay, bills, cell phone bill and all that other stuff. You're going to be down to $3,000 for the whole damn month. What are you going to do with $3,000, dude? For 30 days. Seriously. So maybe that's why a lot of these LA motherfuckers be hating. Because, like, they're just fucked up in the game out there. It's crazy. It really is. It's crazy. I've just never seen a bigger crop of hating fans before. What are y'all so mad about? Oh, I get it. Because you can't afford your rent. That's why. You can't afford your rent, so you wake up hating on LeBron every day. I mean, this shit don't make no sense, man. It ain't my fault my GOAT's a billionaire. I mean, it's not his fault. It's not his fault you niggers can't, feed yourself. This nigga said, quit putting your videos on private. Dude, go to Twitter, bro. I had a dude comment last night. Some dude always getting mad at me for putting my videos on private. Like, is this your channel, dude? I shouldn't have to explain to you why I put my video on private, dude. I put my video on private because I don't want to get, flagged for cussing you niggers out. So that's why I put the video on private. But if you're just so desperate to listen to the video again, go on my Twitter. We're live streaming on YouTube right now, and we're live streaming on Twitter. So add me on Twitter. All the lives can stay up over there because Twitter doesn't give a fuck. YouTube does. You said the hate is because of the wealth inequality. Hold on. This is interesting. Hold on. Let me read your comment. This is an interesting comment. He said the hate is because of the wealth inequality. The poor live amongst the rich. You're absolutely right. And also, to add on to what you're saying, what makes it even worse is social media. Because now you have, regular girls, right? Who ain't got, no motion, no clout, no nothing going for themselves. But then they get on social media and they see chicks, getting Gucci belts and Birkin bags and, they're getting flown out and all this stuff. So now the regular chick down the street, she's thinking that she deserves a lifestyle that she doesn't. So that makes it even worse too. It's social media. Did you guys see what that chick Aisha Diaz said? Hold on, let's listen to what this chick said, Aisha Diaz. Because this was the most insane thing I heard since we're on this topic. Let's listen to this.
Mm-hmm. If you date somebody, right? I don't know what your relationship status is now, but what are you expecting on a monthly basis from financially?
From him?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm spoiled.
No, as soon as they said it's sports, it's going to be a ticket. Go ahead.
What's that mean? Just
what's that range?
Because it's good insight. Because we just have these hypothetical conversations all the time. But just somebody you're like in the top 1% of girls that's actually you're exposed to that life, right? Like so. Yeah. What is you say you're spoiled? What does that mean?
Spoiled means I need you to be able to keep up with my lifestyle if you want to be with me.
What does that mean?
Ladies, take notes. Take notes because it'll work on the simp. I have a lifestyle I expect to keep.
Myself, you should be able to do it for me too. And if I can't depend on you to be able to handle what I have on my plate, then there's no reason for me and me and you to be together, because that means you're gonna hold me back, and that means I'm gonna have to be looking out after you.
What about love?
What does that mean? Financially, what does that mean though? What does that mean? What does that mean on a monthly? What does that mean? Roughly.
Numbers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like 45, 50.
$50,000 a month. So you need $50,000 a month.
What is true? I can give you the paperwork right now.
No, I'm not saying that you're not getting it. But hold on. You got a contract?
Listen.
You signed a contract? They signed contracts?
But if you allow me, let's say my partner doesn't allow me to work, I am going to look at you and say, are you paying all my bills? Because in order for me to sit down, somebody have to pay all my bills. And not just my bills. I need extra money because you can't give me my bill money and then I'm left with nothing. Yeah, I need money to save too.
You're flat. Yep.
And that's honestly, that's what really becomes expensive because my bills alone are already really high.
Yeah.
So I need a little bit more, not just for hair and nails and stuff, but I need a little bit more because I need to be able to save and I need a backup because after we break up or anything happens in between me and you, I need security until I can find not another job, but you know what I mean? So I can get back into what I used to do before. I don't require my man to do it? Do I expect it? Yes. Does he have to? No. But you can't ask me not to work if you're not willing to handle and take care of all my bills. And plus,
when you say paperwork, what were you referring to? You have a contract that you make them sign?
no, meaning like I can show you guys like how high my bills are. Yeah. It sounds like a really crazy number, honestly, but it's not just my house where I live at. You know, I have other properties. They got to get paid. You know, sometimes they need a new air conditioner, a new boiler, a filter. And I consider those bills because no matter what, I have to pay for them. So yeah, you pay my house here, but how about my responsibility everywhere else? When they come, you know, I have to make sure you're okay with handling that too.
Now, folks, remember, we had MJ the other day calling in, right? We're in the year 2026. For all you niggas making $100K, talking about you make 6 figures, I don't even know why y'all even bringing that up, dude. In all honesty, I don't even know why y'all bringing that up. Niggas love talking about, oh, I make 6 figures. Whole time you barely make $100K, if that. What did Shorty just say? Shorty said her bills is $45,000 to $50,000 a month. And she said that if you want to date her, you got to basically come in and be giving her double that if you don't want her working. So pretty much, right? If you want her to be your personal sex slave, and if you want her to just sit up in the house and suck your cock whenever you want and give you some ass whenever you want, you got to pay her $100,000 a month. And you got niggas like MJ talking about he make $100,000 a year. Bro, $100K a year in this generation, in today's day and age, bro, that is poor. That is nothing to brag about, bro. Honestly. I feel like you shouldn't start talking about how much money you making until you start making at least like $300-400 a year. That's a little bit, you know, like that's something. You know, you start making $20,000-30,000 a month. Okay, now you can kind of start popping it a little bit. Even then, you still need to be humble, but you know, you can kind of flex a little bit. You making 20-30 racks a month. That's impressive. You making $200-300 a year. Okay, cool. That's pretty impressive. Nigga, 100,000. Come on, man. But once again, this is what all these chicks are listening to. This is what they're listening to. So, yeah, to me, I just feel like, number one, let's just talk about what she said, though. To be honest with you, I think she's a little bit insane. I think she's a little bit insane if she thinks that she's going to actually find that. Because let's be for real, if she was gonna find that, wouldn't she have it by now? That's the first thing, right? Like, that's why I really don't be paying attention to what these chicks be saying on these podcasts, because it's like a lot of this shit just be real life cap for real. Like, come on, you're not gonna find it. You're not finding that. Like, let's just be real. You're not finding that. No dude is going to come in and wife up some 40-year-old chick because she got to be up there. And how old is Aisha Diaz? Because she's been thotting for a little minute. She's been at this for a while. You know, she ain't in her 20s. Hold on. Yeah, how old is this chick? 34. So she's 34. What man in his right mind, rich or not, right? Like, what man in his right mind is going to come into this woman's life after she's already been ran through 1,000 times, right? And say, hey, I'm going to give you $100K a month to lay up and not do anything. Who, like, what? Like, come on, man. Y'all just be saying stuff, bro. Like, y'all just be chatting. You're wishing upon a star, man. Like, come on, man. You're not finding that, dude. Like, let's be for real. You're not finding that, man. You're not finding that. That's just not happening. You said Zion. Even Zion, listen, Zion might do it for a month or two, but he's not going to do that for the rest of her life. And that's what these chicks don't understand when they say stuff like this. It's like, okay, yeah, a nigga will do it for a month and smash you for a month, and then when he tired of smashing you, he gonna move on. But nobody gonna do this for you for the rest of your life. Let's be for real. Who's gonna pay $100,000 a month for this chick for the rest of her life? Who's gonna do that realistically? Nobody. Niggas do it for a month or two to hit, and then once they hit about, I told y'all this before, bro. Once you smash a chick about 20 times, like, to me, that's like, at that point, it's almost like, okay, what are we doing? After I smash a chick like 20 times, and I'm talking about, maybe about 15 to 20 nuts, so let's just say you meet a chick, you smash her, one night, right? And you get off like 3 nuts, right? I'm counting nuts here, people. Okay. Pause.
You're a freaky frog.
I'm counting nuts here. So that's about what? 5 or 6 links. If you're busting 3 nuts every link, right? We're talking 5, 6, 7 links. After about the 5th, 6th time y'all link, bro, at that point, it becomes like, okay, what are we doing? I don't care how bad she is. At that point, it's like, what are we doing? Are we either progressing towards a relationship or are we done? Real talk. Exactly. You get desensitized. Exactly, Javashi J. You get desensitized. Exactly. It's like, what are we doing at that point? Are we progressing towards a relationship? Is this actually going somewhere? Can I actually see myself with you? Do you actually have qualities that I would want to be with long term? Or are you just a bop and I'm just trying to have a good time, and then once that's over, then I'm good off you? Most times than not, folks, it's the latter. Because most of these chicks don't have long-term relationship qualities. Like, why would you even want to be in a relationship with this chick? Is she gonna cook? Is she gonna clean? Is she gonna suck dick on command? Is she gonna take care of you? Is she gonna nurture you? More than likely, no. Is she gonna be pleasant to be around? Is she gonna be a headache? Is she going to support your goals and your dreams? And is she going to assist you in what you got going on? Probably not. So why would you even want to be with this chick? I like I said, I'll take her to Pound Town. I'm not going to lie. I'll take her to Pound Town. Matter of fact, let me see her. Hold on. Let me see her Instagram real quick. Let me see her IG. I'll take her to Pound. I know who she is. I've seen her before. I think didn't she date Young M.A. at one point in time? So the chick is demonic because she's, oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm definitely taking her on a trip to Pound Town. For sure, folks. I'm sorry.
You're a freaky frog.
Sorry in advance if I
said what I said.
You're a freaky frog.
I'm sorry in advance if
what I said. I said what I said.
Yeah, folks. Yeah. She's definitely... Yeah, we can definitely go on a trip to Pound Town. For sure. For sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. Without question. Absolutely. Yep, there's no doubt about it. I'm sold. I don't have to even see any more. I'm sold. Yeah, we can definitely go on a trip to Pound Town. Absolutely. Absolutely. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and follow her. Yeah. You know what? I'm not even mad at her, folks. You know what? I'm not even mad at her demands. You know, I'm not even mad. You know, at least, you want to know why I like chicks like this, though? In all honesty, you want to know why I like women like her? Because women like her will actually tell you what they cost. And I like women like that. You know, just tell me what it costs, man. Let's cut through all the games and all the nonsense. I don't care about how your day was. I don't care about your favorite color and all that stupid stuff. Let's just cut to the chase. How much you want? How much do you want? Let me know. You know, see, now I'm glad she put it out there. So now niggas know if you want to clap those cheeks, it's going to run you. Pretty much if you want to clap those cheeks per month, right? Her rate is $50K. So how do we break that down by the week? Let's actually calculate her rate, her real life rate. Let's go to our calculator, folks. Give me 1 second. We're going to calculate how much she actually costs. So she said $50K a month. Let's do the math here. Let's do the math here, folks. Okay, so she said $50K a month. So let's divide 50,000 divided by 30 days. Okay, 1,600. Man, run that. Okay, bad. Yeah, run that. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You're a freaking
advance
frog.
if I let you down.
You're a freaking frog.
Folks, so for one day, remember 50K. No, Arioka, I thought she's 34. She's 34 is what I saw. Yeah, she said they say she's 34. So folks, let's do the math. She wants $50K a month. I don't want a month with her. That's too much. That's too long for me. So I divided $50K by 30, right? So she only costs $1,666 for the day. Now let's divvy that up by the hour. Let's see. Let's divide 1,666 by 24. And let's see how much she costs per hour. Oh, wait, hold on. So let's do 1,666 divided by 24 hours. $69. Now she ain't going for Nah, folks, she ain't going for $69 an hour. But I'm pretty sure she'll go for 1,666 though. She'll go for 1,666. Absolutely. She's capping if she say she wouldn't. Ain't no girl turning down $1,600. Ain't no girl turning down $1,600. She'll go for 1,666 for sure. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna hit Aisha then. Fuck that. Yeah, I'm gonna go to New York. I'm gonna go. I know she work at one of them strip clubs up there. She probably one of them bottle girls or, you know, one of them type chicks. You know. Yeah, I'm yeah. 1,600. I could do that. We could do 1,600. Absolutely. I would pay. I would pay 1,600 to hit this. I ain't gonna lie, chat. I would pay 16. Fuck it. He said $50K a month for free.
I'm sorry in advance if I let you down.
He said $50K a month for free. Bro, everybody's got their price, bro. Everybody's got a price, bro. But like I said, I respect her because at least she'll tell you what the actual price is and she ain't gonna play games. Because a lot of them will just play games and they'll act like they not doing this type of stuff when in reality they are. They are. Like, I'm telling you, I've done it, bro. Like, these chicks is going for $25. I'm telling you, bro, you'd be surprised, bro. See, this is like a top of the line, famous, clouded up chick. You know, but you got local baddies, folks. Real talk. You have local baddies that would go for far less. Trust me. See, she's charging, you know, $1,500. But your local baddie with 2,000-3,000 followers, folks. Because let's see how many, hold on. Because how many followers do she got? Yeah, she's got almost 1 million followers, folks. So she's famous, right? So she can charge a little bit more. She's got almost 1 million followers. Your local chick, folks, with 2, 3K, 5K, 6K, 7K, folks. Come on, man. Let's keep it a buck. they're going for $50. Let's keep it a buck, man. You know, I've done it before. Like, I've done it. Like, I'm actively doing it too. Honestly, I'm actively doing it. You'd be surprised if I showed y'all if I showed y'all what you could get for $25-$30. You'd be surprised, folks. You'd be surprised. You can get some fine shit for about $25-$30, bro. Real talk. Real talk, bro. No cap. For $150, I'm telling you, you can get a girlfriend for $200, bro. No bullshit. You can get a girlfriend. For $200, you can get a girlfriend. That's how much it costs to secure a girlfriend. About $200. No bullshit. Now remember, it's like a down payment. You know what I mean? So this isn't the final price. You still got to make monthly payments, you know? This is real shit. A lot of you niggas think, okay, I put the down payment down, I'm good. No, buddy. This is something you got to keep up with, you know, or else, you know, your girl's going to get repossessed. No, you have to keep up with this payment, man. But yeah, for $200, man, that's enough for a down payment for a girlfriend. In all honesty. Real talk. You see, this is what they want, man. You know, I told y'all, you niggas bragging about 100K. What is 100K going to do for her, bro? Shorty said her bills is 50K. That's just her bills. I mean, look at where she's at. Look at her apartment. And she probably live in New York City. In a high rise somewhere. So what is 100K? What is 100K nigga going to do for her? I mean, you kind of can't blame her. Cuz if she make 50K a month, well, that's just her bills. So she probably making at least like 100, 150, right? If she's spending 50 on bills, because, you know, most apartments, they want you to make at least like 3 times your rent. So if your bills are 50K, you got to at least be making 150K. So how much is that per year? I mean, she's probably making millions a year. If we're being honest, let's see. What's 150,000 times 12? Yeah, $1.8 million, bro. So MJ, like I said, dude, you come over here bragging, talking about 100,000. Nigga, I'm telling you, don't ever do that shit again in your life, gang. You got OnlyFans chicks making that, dude, a month. Don't be out here bragging about no 100K, bro. That ain't nothing, bro. You got prostitutes making that a month. You said ain't no nut worth 100K a month? No, not necessarily. But a chick like this, though, like, you're just doing this for the bragging rights. You know what I mean? That's all that's for. You know, you'll just mess with a chick like this just to say you messed with her. You know what I mean? It ain't about the nut, you know, it's about the bragging rights. Cause, like, think about it, right? It's like, yeah, you know, you and your homies going back and forth and you like, oh, but I hit this chick. Yeah, but I got, look at this chick. You know how you niggas be showing your homies the hoes you be hitting? What if a nigga talking about some, yeah, but I just hit shorty. You know, he just upped the score on you. He just upped the score on you. It's going to be hard to top that. This is going to be a hard one to top. I ain't going to lie. She's bad. Aisha's bad. I ain't going to lie. She's like that for real. Look, she on private jets and shit. She's on private jets and stuff, bro. So, yeah, you kind of can't blame her for what she's saying, bro. You know, if you're a brokey, you know, she got the nails done, the toes done. You know, she's got a Louis purse. That's a dope bag right there. I don't know what kind of watch that is. Looks expensive. The outfit obviously is expensive. Yeah, bro, you can't be broke and you're trying to tap this, bro. Come on, man. Let's keep it a buck, man. He said you about to catch a Rico.
I'm sorry in advance if I let you down.
It's all allegedly. Arthur. It's all allegedly, dude. But see, me, I'm a toe connoisseur, guys. I don't know if you guys know that. I'm a toe connoisseur. I'm an expert on toes. And yeah, these toes right here, yeah, these are some good toes right there. You know, those are some good toes right there. Nice manicured toes right there. You know, nice manicured hands. Yeah. Yep. I can't even hate on her, bro. Honestly, I can't hate. You know what? I'm gonna let her rock. She's delusional, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna just let her be delusional. You know, she's not gonna find what she's looking for or what she claims she wants. She's not finding that, but she might. You know, I mean, if I had to put a percentage on her finding that, it'd be low. It'd be less than like 10%. You know, but it's possible. She could find a nigga that would do it. I just think she should have probably found it by now, though. That's the only thing. You know, you're 34. I feel like if you didn't find it when you were younger, it's going to be kind of hard now at 34. But she might be able to still find it. Who knows? You said, honestly, a basketball player can offer a free ticket to get some. Yeah, they have the money. But once again, there's only 450 of them. You know? There's only 450 NBA niggas. There's only, 1,500 NFL players or something like that. Like the odds are just not in your favor. Let's see, how many NFL players are there? Yeah, there's about 1696. 1696. So between the NFL and the NBA, you're talking 2,000 dudes. 2,000. Right? Now, how many people are there in the United States alone? Let's see. Right. So there's about 342 million people. So let's do the math. There's 2,000 athletes in the MLB and the NBA, and there's over 300 million people. Like, do you guys understand how many people that actually is? I don't even think in my lifetime I've even met 1,000 people in my lifetime. Maybe. Like if I were to go down like kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, like if I were to go down every year of my life, maybe over 1,000. Maybe like let's just say 2,000. Maybe I've met 2,000, talked to about 2,000 people in real life. Maybe, if that. I don't even know if it's that much. Like, you know how many people that is? 2,000 people. And there's 340 million people. Like, the odds of you finding a guy that's going to wife you up and give you $150K a month just to lay around the house. Yeah. Looks like you're going to be working, sis. Honestly, you're going to be working. I mean, even if I had the money to do it, I wouldn't do it for that long. I just wouldn't. You know, I might do it for a month or two, maybe that long, but yeah, I would get tired of that, honestly. He said, plus she's 34. Right. If she was like 21, maybe, because now you got, youth on your side. You can have hella babies and stuff. But at 34, no, man, you're already jaded at that age. You've already been clapped up 1,000 times by 1,000 different dudes. No, You're not, I don't want that at 34. I'm sorry. Respectfully. No. No team signs a 34-year-old, right? And is like, yeah, you know, you're our future. Unless you're like LeBron or something, you know, maybe Kevin Durant, like you're one of those top elite level players. Yeah, you can still get a max deal at 34. But most of y'all ain't getting no max deal at 34 years old. Hell nah. That's insane. You can get a deal at 21, 22. You can get a max. Not at 34. Nah. You're not getting a max at 34. He said, I know she a headache too. Oh, you know she is. But like I said, you know, I just think it's funny how like I said, niggas like MJ the other day called into the show bragging about making 100,000. Bro, that's just that. I mean, come on. This isn't 1995, dude. In 1995, yes, 100K was a lot. That was a lot of money back then. You know, if you made 100K back in 1995, yeah, you were going to be that nigga for sure. You were that nigga for sure. That was a lot of money. You know what I mean? In 2026, no. That's just, I mean, you're just barely getting by. By the grace of God. You know what I mean? You're not out in the street. I ain't saying you're poor, because you're not poor. You know, you're not going to be out in the street. But, you know, by the grace of God, you're able to maintain yourself and, you know, be an adult. And that's all that, you know, you can ask for. But I wouldn't go around bragging about that. You know what I mean? That's just me, though. I see a lot of niggas do that. And I've been wanting to speak on this for a while, because I don't know, you know, if niggas still think it's 1995 still. You know, I be seeing a lot of niggas come in the chat bragging, oh, I make 122K in tech or whatever. I'm just like, oh, okay, dude. Like, you could have kept that to yourself. We didn't ask you how much money you made. Like, that's number one. We didn't even ask you how much money you made, number one. And then number two, you know, that ain't even, you know, nothing to really brag about anyway. You're still in grind mode, dude. Keep grinding. You know, keep your head down, keep grinding. You ain't made it yet. Real talk. Real talk. You ain't made it yet. So just keep grinding, stay humble, and keep stacking up, because, you know, that ain't shit. That's crazy though. The chick said you gotta make the chick said you gotta give her 100,000 a month to pay her bills, and she gonna need some lunch money too. That's insane, bro. Like, this generation is insane. This generation of women is actually insane. And just think, right? See, I'm not even mad at her, because she can demand that. Like, she's actually that bad, you know? Like, regardless of, you know, what anybody says about her, she's actually beautiful. Like, you can't really take that away from her. Where the problem comes is when you have, you know, your local chick up the street that's got, you know, 2,000 followers, and she might look, you know, good. You know, she's not ugly or whatever. You know, I mean, I personally follow a lot of, like, girls that I've met or whatever that I might know or whatever, right? And yeah, they look decent. Like, they're okay. They're not Aisha Diaz, though. But they think in their mind that they can demand that. It's like, sis, you are not like that. Like, respectfully, you know? Like, I remember I was dating this one chick probably like a little bit over a year ago. Yeah, like about a year ago. She was like what you would consider like a baddie, right? This chick literally thought 6,000, because she told me she had 6,000 followers. She said that shit like that was a lot. Like, she was happy about it, you know? And I was just kind of thinking to myself, I'm like, you think 6,000 followers is like a lot? Like, I didn't say it, but I'm just thinking in my head, I'm like, this bitch really thinks like 6K is a lot. Like, what do you think, you're famous or something? Like, bitch, you got 6K. Like, I mean, like, so? Like, okay. Wow. You got 6K. Wow. And she looked good. But is she going to get an NBA player? A football player? A nigga that's making millions? No. There's not enough of those niggas to go around, number one. And number two, the majority of them are just not going to want the majority of y'all. You know, they'll fuck you. You know, they'll have sex with you, but they're not going to wife you. That's the difference. You said, did she say that unprovoked? Nah, I think it was because we started talking about like OnlyFans, because she did OnlyFans. So yeah, it was a conversation about her being blocked on Twitter, and then she ends up telling me like she used to do OnlyFans and she would promote it on her Twitter, and then yeah, the Instagram came up and she was like, oh yeah, I got 6K on Instagram and blah blah blah. So I was just like, oh okay, this bitch thinks 6K is a lot. No, you're still a local, you know, girl. You know what I mean? 6K is nothing. You know, it's nothing. It's not impressive. But like I said, it'll be a chick with 4K, 2K, 1K. Like I ain't gonna lie, I messed with this one chick maybe like 6 months ago, right? She was from Miami. So the next morning, you know, we wake up, we're in the bed, we're shooting this shit. And I just asked her, I'm like, so yeah, like what type of guys do you like? This chick ends up telling me, she's like, oh yeah, I like tall guys. She was like, yeah, I usually go for like taller guys. She was like, yeah, I like athletes. I was like, oh, okay. I told my homie, I'm like, does this chick think she's gonna get an athlete or something? Like, I mean, you're like 25. Like, if you didn't meet an athlete yet, you're not probably gonna meet one. You know, not one that's gonna take you seriously. At least, you know, you might meet one that'll fuck you, but you're not gonna meet one that's gonna take you seriously. And she was cute, you know. I mean, she's okay. Like, she's not like ugly, but she's not like drop dead gorgeous either, you know. It's just like, okay, you're like mid, you're average, you know. You're cute. So it'd be chicks like that. It'd be like the local chick with, you know, 500 followers who's just average looking that thinks she's gonna like find like a basketball player or something. It's like, come on, man. Like get serious and get realistic with your life. You're not dating an athlete. It's not gonna happen. I know a lot of y'all be holding out hope that you're gonna date one, and no. Once you get to a certain age, really, the best chance to lock down an athlete is when they're in college, coming up. If you can't lock one down by that point, then you're more than likely not going to get it. At 25, come on, you're wishing upon a star. You're not going to find an athlete at fucking 25, bro. Like let's be for real, gang. You're not going to find one at that age, bro. Where are you going to meet him at? What is he going to do? Come to your fucking day gig? He's going to just show up at your day job? Like, hey, I'm here to save you. I'm here to save you from, you know, poverty. Come on, hop into my Rolls Royce. Let's go. I got you. You don't got to pay for anything now. Like, are y'all serious, bro? Like, are y'all serious, bro? Are y'all living in reality?
Girl, I wish I could save you, but I can't. That girl took me for Spider-Man, Superman.
You said, Reg, you talking about 200 a month or a week or a day? No. 200. Okay, here's what I mean. And this is what a lot of you niggas need to start doing too, right? A lot of you niggas want to take chicks out on dates and pay for the date and think you're doing something. Chicks don't care about that anymore. I'm going to put you niggas up on game, okay? Dating is dead, right? Like, chicks don't care about a free dinner or, you know, going out on dates like that. So if I were you niggas, you know, just give her the $200, dude. Straight up. Just give her the $200, honestly. Skip the date and just tell Shorty, if she pull up on you, you know, you got 200, you got 100 for her. She gonna pull up. She gonna pull up, you know, y'all gonna smash, and then boom, you know, you got you a girlfriend. I'm telling you, it works. Y'all be talking about, oh, let's go for drinks. Nobody's going. Like, I'm tired of seeing this stuff too on social media, because a lot of you niggas be, you know, saying, oh, I don't like dinner dates, I'm gonna take her for drinks instead. Like, okay, dude, no, most chicks ain't linking up with you for a fucking drink, okay, on an empty stomach. Just give her the money and just get to smashing. Seriously, it works. Ask me how I know. Real talk, it works. You know, these chicks y'all be seeing on Instagram, you know, they be acting all bougie and stuff. You know, they don't be responding to y'all. The reason why they don't be responding to y'all is because y'all ain't talking about no money. You know? Ain't no, it's 2026. All that what you doing shit, nobody cares about that, dude. Chicks don't care about, oh, hey, how you doing? How was your day? Bro, nobody cares about that. Just hand the money. Just tell her you got $100 for her to pull up, and she'll pull up. Boom. Now you're in there. And then from there, like I said, you know, that's your down payment, $200. And then, you know, you might link up with her twice a week. You know, maybe twice a week. And then you take her out. That's when you start dating her, you know, after you smash. Once you smash and it's good, okay, cool. Now we start dating. I'm telling you, the dating game is all fucked up these days, folks. It's completely backwards now. Y'all niggas want to date first. No, you smash first, and then you date. That's how these chicks are moving. That's how they're moving now. They smash first, and then the dates come after. So yeah, you tell her you got 200 for her. For her to pull up, right? Tell her you got a gift for her, and tell her to pull up, and you got some money for her. She gonna pull up, right? She gonna pull up. That's when you sauce her up. You know, maybe you got some drinks. Y'all have some drinks, whatever, cool. Y'all have some drinks, cool. Y'all gonna smash. Once that tequila hits her, she gonna be, you know, feeling good. Boom. Take her in the room. Now you're smashing, right? So that's your down payment. And then, you know, throughout the week, you might see her once a week. You know, if you really like her, maybe twice a week. And then you take her on a date. Boom. Now you got a girlfriend. Boom. That's how to get a girlfriend in 2026. That's how you get a girlfriend in 2026, folks. I know it's fucked up. I know. It's messed up, folks. I get it. It's messed up. But it is what it is. You guys have to adjust. This isn't 1995 anymore, dude, where a dinner date out on the town was impressing her. No. Chick don't care about no dinner date. Have you guys noticed you a lot of you dudes be taking these chicks out for dinner dates and then they'll just ghost you after? You want to know why? Because they don't even care about a dinner date. You know, they're just going for the free food. You know, that's it. They're just going for a meal. They didn't actually care about the date itself. So stop dating before you smash. Smash first and then date after. So yeah, I just broke it down for you on how to get a girlfriend. It's very simple. Now, does it work all the time? No. Sometimes you'll take a chick out, you'll smash her, and then that might be, that might be it. She might not be interested after that, That's happened to me too. Or she might smash you a few more times, and then that'll be that. That's happened too. It's that simple. Then you just move on to the next one. It's fun. It's fun, man. It's it's a good time, bro. Trust me. It's fun. Because once you realize that they all just want some money, it just becomes fun at that point. Like, okay, cool. Now I finally know what they want. Why do you guys think chicks want athletes and rappers and stuff? You guys think they want these niggas because they look good? No, they want these niggas because they have money. Hello? Is my mic on? Can you guys hear me? Are the brokies listening? Hello? We just played the video from Aisha. Did she mention anything about being a good guy, being supportive, being caring, being loving? Did she mention anything about what kind of qualities she wants from her man? She didn't mention that. You want to know why she didn't mention that? Because they don't care about that. I keep trying to tell y'all niggas that. Y'all niggas be wasting your time. I don't even text these chicks anymore. Real talk. I don't care about your day. I don't care about what you're doing. I don't care about that type of stuff. I don't. See, before I knew what the game actually was, I had to pretend like I gave a fuck. I don't even pretend anymore. I don't care about that stuff. Fuck your day. That's how I feel personally. I told you, I'm real life crazy for real. I don't give a shit about your day. In all honesty, I don't care. Okay. Here's what it is talking to a chick, right? Okay, hey, how was your day? Oh, it was good. Oh, okay, what'd you do? Oh, I just went to the gym and, I just ate some food and blah, blah, blah. Oh, okay, cool. I mean, that's it. Like, that's the whole conversation. Okay, cool. You went to the gym, you went to work. Okay. Wow. Yo, that was so fascinating, bro. Like, wow, you went to work. Oh, wow, you were actually an adult today. Oh, okay, great. Wow, you went to work and then you worked out. Wow, you're killing it out here, aren't you? You guys really think I give a shit about that? You guys really think I give a shit because you went to the gym and you went to work? Whoop-de-doo. Congratulations. I don't care about that type of stuff. and trust and believe that these chicks don't care about what you did either. They don't care. Chick don't care because you went to work and you went to the gym and then you cooked some dinner. And then you called it a night. Nobody cares about this stuff anymore. Okay? I'm telling you what it is. Just send money. If you want chicks to start responding, just send money, dude. Just send money, man. I'm telling you. All that extra shit y'all be trying to talk about, y'all be trying to sit on the phone and have conversations and get to know a chick and all that, man. That's a waste of time, bro. Seriously, just send the money. Tell her I got 150. Pull up. I got 150 for you. And I got you something. Go to the mall. I'm putting you niggas up on game. And I really shouldn't even be doing this. I should really be charging for this. But I fuck with y'all. So I'm putting y'all up on game right now. Go to the mall, right? Go to this store called Windsor. Seriously, take notes, folks. I'm putting you niggas up on game. There's a store called Windsor. It's a girl store. They sell girly shit. Okay? They sell girly shit. I've done this before. Go to Windsor at the mall, right? Go to Windsor. It's a girl store. Pick out an outfit for shorty. Right? Go get her a dress or something. Whatever. Go get her a cheap little $50 dress. Right? Go home. Text her. Say, hey, I just got back from the mall. I got you this dress. Come get it. Pull up on me. I got some money for you too. She's gonna pull up. Go get you some Don Julio. right? And some Sprite or some orange juice or whatever, right? She's going to pull up. Wait, is this Brandon talking shit from 2 different accounts? Hold on, chat. Did Brandon really just pull up on his burner account and then he logged out and went to his other account? What? Yo, Brandon, this is your burner account, dude? You just typed the same message twice. Wow, look at this, folks. He typed the same message twice, Brandon Katz. He's got a burner. Wow, that's crazy, Brandon. You're crazy, dude. So like I said, folks, before we got interrupted by Brandon, okay? I'll get to you in a second, Brandon. Give me a second, okay, pussy? I'm explaining something right now. It's about bitches. We know you don't get no pussy. So just sit tight for a second. Just be quiet. So like I said, folks, before we were rudely interrupted by Brandon. You go to Windsor. You get an outfit. You go home. You say, yo, I got an outfit for you and I got some money for you. Pull up. She's going to pull up. Okay? You have your tequila ready. You get you a chaser, right? You shoot the shit for maybe, I don't know, 10 minutes. Right? This is when you ask all those bullshit questions. Where you from? You know, what's your, that's when you can ask those dumb questions, okay? Those dumb, meaningless questions. That's when you ask those questions, all right? After about 10 minutes, once that tequila hits, you invite her to the room. You get her to try on the outfit or whatever. She's going to try it on, and then boom, you get to take it off. It's that simple. Now you got a girlfriend. For what? $200. Now you got a girlfriend. That's the game, fellas. All you niggas texting what you doing all day, you wondering why you not getting a response. You wondering why chicks ain't interested in you. You want to know why they're not interested in all that, folks? Because they get on TikTok and they see Neon buying some random girl a Louis bag and a Louis purse and all this extra stuff. They see Neon doing that. You guys know the streamer Neon? Yeah, he's buying random chicks, this little Indian Jeep. He's buying random chicks Louis bags and stuff. The little niggas having motion. So now you're the chick you're interested in, she's on TikTok watching this. And she's jealous. She's like, man, I wish somebody would do that for me. And then here your goofy ass comes talking about what you doing. She gonna be offended that you even texted her after watching that. Real talk. She gonna be offended. She gonna be like, why is this broke ass nigga texting me? Ew. He's talking about what you doing. Y'all niggas don't get it. We're living in, this is 2026, bro. The dating market is ruthless. It's ruthless out here. These chicks don't care anymore. Okay? They don't care about you. They don't care how your day was. They don't care what you doing in your life. They don't care about nothing. Are you sending money or not? That's what it's about. So there you have it. I just put you niggas up on game. And you guys should honestly be thanking me. Because I really just broke down dating in 2026, man. Just send money. All that extra shit don't even matter. Just send the money.
I'm sorry in advance if I let you down.
Okay, now let's address this clown Brandon. He says, what a dumb video. Okay. Reggie's hating on white players when LeBron is clearly the problem with the Lakers. The Lakers net rating with okay. You're definitely a goofy, dude. Okay, Brandon, phone lines are open, dude. Let's listen to you racist cracker. Phone lines are open. Go ahead and call in. We know you love arguing for whatever reason. We know you love to argue. Go ahead, Brandon. Call in, bro. We know you're bored. Go ahead and tell us, about the net rating. Boy, you niggas is clowns, bro. You niggas are clowns, bro. All y'all talk about is net rating. You dudes are clowns, man. Yo, Brandon, is this you? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. Brandon.
Yeah, I think your video is comical on a couple different levels. Because again, and I made this point before, LeBron can't shoot anymore. He's shooting 29% from 3, basically. He can't shoot. And so Luka plays like a pig. He dribbles for 20 seconds. Reaves is your second best scorer. And so LeBron cannot shoot. That means he can't play off the ball. And so the problem the Lakers, LeBron's not horrible, but he can't shoot. His jump shot, his three-point shot in particular is broken. And so if you guys brought LeBron off the bench, LeBron actually plays well with Rui and Vanderbilt, but he doesn't fit with Luka and Reaves because he can't shoot. That's what the net rating shows. I guess you don't understand net ratings. That's over your head. But point is, with LeBron
can you explain net rating?
It's just the point differential of the Lakers when he's on the floor. When LeBron is on the floor with Luka and Reaves, your team is getting outscored by 8 points per 100 possessions. Basically, your team is garbage when Luka, LeBron, and Reaves are on the floor. That's what it's saying. And here's my point. Here's my explanation why. Is that when you guys actually looked like a respectable defense at the beginning of the year when LeBron was not playing. When Reaves was out, even when Luka was hurt and Reaves was playing without LeBron or Luka, all of your role players knew their role. Marcus Smart was playing real defense. LaRavia was making shots. DeAndre Ayton at times looked like a real basketball player. The problem is with Luka, LeBron, and Reaves on the court at the same time, none of your role players know their role anymore. They don't get shots. They're not part of the offense. Your team doesn't work with LeBron starting. It just doesn't work. Your team looked far better without LeBron. When he came back, you guys won a couple games against mostly shit teams like Utah. But now that you stepped up in competition, now that you're playing more respectable teams, your team looks like shit with Luka, Reaves, and LeBron starting. And again, it's not just about the numbers. LeBron can't shoot anymore. He doesn't fit off the ball with Luka and with Reaves. He doesn't fit in the starting lineup.
Okay, I let you go uninterrupted. Now I would like to respond to you, if you don't mind. So please don't interrupt. Don't interrupt me, because I let you go unless you have more. I want you to get it all out before I respond. Do you have any more?
No, I'm going to let you go.
Okay, thank you. So here's why, like I said, we should have never allowed nerds to talk basketball, right? Because what you guys have effectively done is you guys have turned basketball, which is a sport, and you've turned it into math, right? So that's number one. We should have never allowed nerds to even talk about the sport, cover the game, anything. You guys have
That's
ruined.
not an argument.
Brandon, come on, man. I'm trying to speak.
You're not doing a good job.
You keep interrupting, Brandon. I didn't interrupt. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead, Brandon, because I want to have the floor.
Well, I don't know why you can't. I guess you can't debate. I mean, I'm not. It's your show, but not that I care. But I don't know why you can't debate. You just want to give a soliloquy.
Brandon, I let you go though, so I want to have my chance to go. Like, what's wrong with that? Can you stop talking and just let me speak without interrupting?
I mean, do whatever you want. I think it's lame that you can't have a debate.
No. We're gonna allow you to respond, but I just want to be able to say what I want to say without you cutting me off every time. Okay, thank you. So once again, before you rudely interrupt it, you nerds have hijacked the conversation, and you're trying to turn a sport into math class. That's the first problem. So now let's address what this show was about, which is about Austin Reaves. Okay. Now you talk about what the Lakers were doing when LeBron was sitting out at the beginning of the season. This is why I say nerds shouldn't talk about the sport, because you guys lack a basic understanding about the sport. So number one, in October and November, Brandon, guys are not playing hard. The season just started, right? The competition, it ramps up as the season progresses. That's number one. The Lakers
So
had
the-
it.
when the Thunder opened 20-1, they
Now I gotta
weren't
mute
playing
you because
hard?
now I gotta mute you because you have a problem. I don't know what it is, Brent. Are you retarded, dude? Like can you just not sit and be quiet? What do you call that, chat? If somebody just can't like be quiet, is that like Tourette's or ADHD? I don't know. He just can't be quiet. I've asked the dude twice now to stop interrupting. He keeps interrupting. I don't know what's wrong with this dude. So now I gotta mute you, Brandon. So you just gotta wait a second, okay? We're gonna let you respond. So once again, this is why we created this graphic, Brandon, with Reaves on it. All-star for 2 months, Brandon. Okay? Reaves was playing well in the beginning of the season against shit teams. You don't get any cool points because, you beat the Pelicans or you beat the Hornets or whatever. Nobody cares about that, especially in November. Nobody cares. I don't care what the net rating was of the Lakers in October or November. That's irrelevant. So I don't even know why you dudes bring that stuff up. I really don't get it. Right? So now let's move to what's going on currently right now. Now that LeBron James is back, Brandon, and this is what you don't understand. When LeBron James was out, teams weren't going as hard because LeBron isn't on the floor. What y'all don't understand, and when I say y'all, I mean you nerds. You nerds don't understand, right? That players don't get up and give their best against Austin Reaves or Luka. That's why they were able to do what they were able to do. When LeBron comes back into the mix, now every game is basically like the playoffs. You're going to get every team's best shot now. That's why have you noticed that ever since LeBron came back, we're watching games and they have a playoff feel to a certain extent? Why is that? You think it's because of Austin Reaves? No, it's because the GOAT of basketball is on the floor. Guys grew up idolizing this dude. They want to have a good game against this dude, right? They highlight that game on the calendar and they're giving it their all. So now that the intensity has ramped up, right? What's happened to a guy like Austin Reaves? The numbers are on the screen, Brandon. In the last 3 games, these aren't all-star numbers like he was putting up before LeBron was there. These aren't all-star numbers anymore. He's back to being a bum. I don't know if you know the Lakers' record against the top 4 teams in the NBA. They're 1-8, Brandon. Austin played in 5 of those games. Do you know the Lakers' record against the top 4 teams with Austin Reaves on the floor? They're 0-5. They're 0-5. They can't even win a game against the top 4 teams in the NBA. So what the casual nerds do is they blame the greatest player to ever play the sport and not an undrafted bum like Austin Reaves or a guy like Luka who literally, folks, and this can't be refuted, this dude Luka literally had his own team. Why is he even on my GOAT's team? You want to know why, Brandon? I don't know if you forgot. He got traded. You want to know why he got traded? He's fat, out of shape, can't guard a parked car, no lateral quickness, ball hog, stat patter, so on and so forth. So like I said, I don't care about no stat you tell me, net rating or any of that. The reality of the situation is this, Brandon. Luka and Reaves, right? They are the Lakers' point of attack. Okay? In basketball, your point of attack are your 2 guards. Luka and Reaves are the point of attack. They're both food. That means that defenders can get whatever they want. Not defenders, but players can get whatever they want when Luka and Reaves are on the floor. Right? So now what does that do? That puts everybody else at a disadvantage. That's why AD was always hurt, because AD not only has to go get 30 on offense and get 12 boards, he's also got to cover up for Reaves and D'Lo and Dennis Schroeder because they're going to get beat off the dribble. I'm going to let you respond right now, Brandon. I just got one more point for you guys. Like I said, the way you guys break the game down, I can tell you've never played it because nobody that's actually played the game, we played a clip from Magic Johnson. We always play this clip. Magic Johnson, Brandon, a 5-time champion for the Lakers, I've never heard Magic Johnson talk about net rating. These advanced analytics are a way for you nerds to sound like you're smart when it comes to basketball discourse, but in reality, y'all don't know what the fuck you're talking about because y'all never played basketball. It's that simple.
So, first of all, it's interesting you brought up Magic Johnson. It's interesting. You claim to be a Laker fan. Maybe you don't remember. Magic Johnson wasn't just a player. He was a coach. He was a coach, and he got fired. And you want to know why he got fired? Because he was a basketball casual when it came to understanding the game at the level of a coach or a GM. Magic Johnson traded Ivica Zubac for nothing. He was one of the worst GMs in NBA history. He was one of the worst coaches in NBA history. So you bring up Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson was a basketball casual. He was a horrible GM, and he was fired as a head coach. He was a casual, and he was a casual just like you, because you didn't address my point. My point was that the role players of the Lakers no longer know their roles since LeBron came back. When LeBron was out, and LeBron never practices. Like, one thing that you don't want to admit because you're a LeBron, you think LeBron's the GOAT, you're a LeBron dick sucker, is that LeBron James does not practice. That has been well known for years. And this Laker team doesn't practice. They play like they don't practice. But when you say, well, teams weren't getting up, they weren't playing hard at the beginning of the year, the Thunder opened the season 20-1. Tell the Thunder they weren't playing hard, you clown. And so my point is that this Laker team at the beginning of the year, the role players had defined roles. LaRavia looked like an NBA player. Smart was playing top-level defense. DeAndre Ayton looked much better. Now that LeBron has gone into the starting lineup, the role players don't know their roles, number one. And the other point I made, which you did not address, is that LeBron can no longer shoot anymore. His three-point shot is as broken as the left-wing Democrats who you support. They're broken. Donald Trump broke them. And LeBron James' jump shot is broken. And when you can't shoot, you can't play with Luka and Reaves. So one of the reasons, and I don't just talk stats, I talk the game, but one of the reasons why we have stats and advanced stats is so casuals like you can't talk out of your ass without any factual or logical or statistical basis. LeBron can't shoot. His three-point shot is broken. He therefore does not fit with Luka. He needs to come off the bench for the Lakers. I'm done.
Okay, so once again, the problem with the Lakers is the first and second option are food on defense. They play 50% of basketball.
You already said that.
Right? So you're telling me that the third option, right, needs to perform a certain way, but you're not holding that same standard to Luka and Reaves. Did you know the other night versus Orlando, Luka shot 8 for 24 and then 2 of 10 from the three-point line? That's 33% from the field and 20% from the three-point line. Austin Reaves in that game shot 6 for 16. So Luka and Reaves against Orlando combined for 14 for 40 from the field. 14 for 40. They literally shot the Lakers out the game. You're not going to mention that though, because all you're going to do is talk about LeBron James because that's all you know. This is what LeBron fans and haters do. They can only talk about the game as it pertains to LeBron. They can't discuss other players. That's the fundamental problem here. Whenever something goes wrong with the Lakers, the default thing a casual does is blame LeBron James. You don't know basketball. Austin Reaves is garbage. He can't play. We literally haven't beat a good team with Austin Reaves on the floor this entire year. The top 4 teams in the NBA.
That's not true. You beat Minnesota.
The top 4 teams in the NBA. Thunder.
Minnesota's a top 10 team in the league.
I said top 4.
Yeah. You're moving the goalposts.
No. Stop interrupting. I'll let you speak. The top 4 teams in the NBA are the Thunder, the Spurs, the Pistons, and the Celtics. We are 0-5 against those teams with Austin Reaves on the floor. We're 1-8 against those teams overall. 1-8. So what does that tell me? Fuck your net rating. I don't care about what your net rating is, Brandon, against the Pelicans. This is why I don't pay attention to those advanced numbers, because they lack context. Who is the net rating against? What competition are we going against when y'all are calculating these advanced analytics in your net rating? Who? Against the Hawks? Against the Jazz? Is that where you get your net rating from? What's the net rating when we're playing elite level competition? I don't care about what the net rating is against Charlotte or Portland or the Kings. I don't care about that. That's irrelevant. How do you perform against the elite teams in the NBA? You don't. You're garbage. So your net rating argument, all that is bullshit, Brand. We don't care. Nobody cares about the Lakers' net rating when they're playing garbage competition that we're not even going to have to play in the playoffs. Tell me what the net rating is, since y'all be so in love with stats. Tell me about the Lakers' net rating against the teams that are ahead of us in the standings in the West. That's all I care about. All that extra shit doesn't even matter.
Okay, but I've made this point twice. I'm going to make it very quickly here because you haven't addressed it. LeBron, okay, I'm not saying LeBron's the only problem in LA. Luka is a bad defender. DeAndre Ayton's actually a bigger problem than Luka or Reaves. I mean, Jackson Hayes has actually played good basketball for you guys. He's defended well. DeAndre Ayton is horrendous. He can't defend anyone. And you need backline defense when you have Luka on the floor. But Luka's been on teams that were good defensive teams. Again, Dallas in 2024 was the best defense in the NBA after the trade deadline with Luka because they had a rim protector, 2 rim protectors with Lively and Gafford. DeAndre Ayton is food on defense. He gets barbecued left and right. He has no motor. He has not been very good offensively. But again, I've made this point twice. You haven't addressed it because you have no argument, okay? I said LeBron cannot shoot anymore. His 3-point shot is broken. It's fucking cooked. It's done. So he doesn't fit in the starting lineup as a third option with Luka and Reaves. Luka and Reaves need shooting, spacing, and defense. LeBron is not a good defender. His 3-point shot is as broken as the fucking nose on your face. It's broken. LeBron doesn't fit in the starting lineup. And that's not a net rating or an advanced stat. That's a cold, hard fact. LeBron should be coming off the bench. And I never said he's the only problem in LA, but your team looked better before he came back because he doesn't fit in the starting lineup. He doesn't practice. He has no chemistry with Luka. And, you know, you're talking about defense. LeBron is not a positive defender anymore. He's getting fried on defense left and right.
Yeah, so once again, you literally just said that Luka and Reaves need shooting when that's what LeBron has needed his whole career. That's what LeBron needs. Luka and Reaves are not a fit with LeBron.
Does LeBron fit in the starting lineup yet?
Okay, I'll let you go. You got to stop interrupting. You got to stop doing that. I'll let you go. So once again, just think about your logic, Brandon. You don't make any sense. Did LeBron James get traded to the Dallas Mavericks? No. LeBron's never been traded. Austin Reaves is undrafted for a reason. He was headed to the South Bay Lakers until LeBron and AD went to management and said, keep the guy a part of the 15-man roster. You can go look this up. This is what happened. So you have a guy that got traded off of his own team, and then you have an undrafted guy. And you're telling me that it's a smart idea to build around those two guys than it is to build around LeBron James and Anthony Davis. That's number one. So the basis of your argument is flawed from the get-go. It's like you're trying to build a house on a quicksand foundation. It makes no sense. That's the fundamental issue with the Lakers to begin with, is the people that they're trying to build a team around, you shouldn't even be trying to build a team around them. That's number one. So then you talk about LeBron can't shoot anymore. Let's address that. LeBron is having his worst season production-wise since his rookie season. That directly correlates with Luka's usage. Luka is the reason Rui Hachimura's numbers are down. He's the reason LeBron's numbers are down. He's the reason DeAndre Ayton's numbers are down, because he's a stat padding fraud. Luka is not that good. Have you noticed, if you actually watch the games, Brandon, he gets 30 when we win, he gets 30 when we lose. He's going to get his numbers. He's going to get his numbers. He's going to get up 24 shots a night. He's going to foul bait all game and get to the free throw line. He knows how to get his numbers. He doesn't know how to impact winning. And once again, this is what you want to build around, which makes no sense. So once again, your logic is, when everything goes wrong, let's blame LeBron, but you're not holding the first and second option, which is Luka and Reaves, to any sort of standard. And that's why I can't take you seriously. Because you'll tell me what LeBron can't do, but you're real quiet on talking about what Luka and Reaves can't do. So I can't really take you seriously.
Okay, I said Luka and Reaves. Reaves has regressed. Luka is not playing good defense. I already said that. You have to clean your ears up.
No,
But
that's
what
not
I've
that's not
also
all though.
said-
That's
and
not
I'm-
all.
I know. Hold on. I didn't interrupt you. What I also said, okay, and I'm gonna barbecue you. I'm gonna barbecue you to a crisp on this, okay? LeBron's jump shot is broken. He does not fit in the starting lineup. And when you say, well, the reason LeBron's struggling is because of Luka's usage rate, here's the problem with your argument, Reggie. We saw LeBron play with Luka last year, and he shot well. In fact, LeBron shot almost 37% from three on good volume, 6 3 attempts a game. So LeBron shot well with Luka last year. He's shooting like shit with Luka this season. LeBron's not shooting like shit because of Luka's usage rate. He's shooting like shit because he's old and he's washed. And you don't want to admit that because you got his fucking dick in your mouth. LeBron does not fit with Luka because he can't shoot. I'm going to ask you a fourth time. Does LeBron James fit in the starting lineup with Luka and Reaves, given that he can't shoot anymore? Yes or no? And I don't want to hear about Magic Johnson or who the Lakers should build around. I'm asking you about the team right now, and it's a binary answer, yes or no. Does LeBron shooting 29% from three fit in the starting lineup with Luka and Reaves? Yes or no?
Brandon, are okay? Now it's time for me to cook your weak ass argument.
No, answer my question.
Brandon, it's not about does
you're
LeBron
stuttering like a bitch.
No,
Answer
it's not
the
about
question.
No, it's not about does LeBron fit with
Answer
Luka.
the question.
What's your question?
Does LeBron James shooting 29% from three fit in the starting lineup as an off-ball player with Luka and Reaves? Yes or no?
Yes.
Oh, you're on fucking drugs. You're on drugs.
No. Because let me explain. I'm about to explain your argument why it makes no sense, right?
Right.
So you said LeBron is shooting 30% from three this year, right?
29.
No, I'm looking at the numbers right now. It's 29.9. So that's we round up. So that's 30%.
Okay, you can round up. It's 29 then.
That's 30. It would be 29 if it was 29.4 or 29.3 and so on and so forth. Anything over 0.5, you round up.
He also, his volume is down as well.
No, okay,
And
I'll
his
let you
free throw
go.
shooting
But I'll let you go.
percentage is lower, too.
Can I barbecue your argument now? Because I let you go, right?
Okay. You haven't even answered. I've asked you a question 5 times.
I just told you yes. I just told you yes.
Right, with no explanation why.
Brandon, I'm about to cook you. Just sit tight. Let me put you on mute and just sit tight. Okay, so you made an argument that LeBron doesn't fit in the starting lineup with Luka because he's shooting 30%. But in 2023, LeBron James and the Lakers got to the conference finals without Luka, and that year he shot 32%. So this year he's shooting 30. The year the Lakers went to the conference finals, he shot 32%. So he wasn't a good shooter that year either. The Lakers still made the conference finals. So I'm trying to figure out like what's your argument with that?
Okay. In 2023, okay, and that was the team that was with Russell, Reaves, LeBron, and AD. Was LeBron playing on or off the ball in 2023? Primarily.
He was on ball.
Right, he was on ball. So it wasn't as important for him to shoot because he was on ball. Now he's off ball because he's the third option.
But
so
Brandon,
when you're an off ball, hold on, let me finish. I'm going to finish very quickly. When you are an off ball player, it is much more important that you're able to shoot for spacing. Because he's off the ball, his shooting is much more important. That's why it matters that he can't shoot, and that's why he doesn't fit in the starting lineup. He's not playing on the ball like he did in 2023.
Okay, so once again, let's just go to 3-point attempts. In 2023, LeBron was shooting.
And who's the stat nerd here? Who's reading stats like a nerd now? It's you.
You're the one that brought up his percentage.
I'm talking about LeBron playing on and off the ball.
You brought up his shooting percentage, Brandon.
You're reading Basketball Reference like a nerd. I'm talking.
You brought up his shooting percentage.
Right, and I'm talking about why he doesn't fit because of the way the Lakers play.
Okay.
You're reading a stat sheet like a nerd.
Just sit tight, Brandon. So, once again, in 2023, he was shooting 7 threes a game, and he shot 32%. This year, he's shooting 5 threes a game, and he's shooting 30%. So, what is your argument doesn't make sense. Oh, well, in 2023, he was playing primarily on ball. Oh, okay. Now he's playing off ball? Like, what's the difference? Like, your argument doesn't make sense. That's number one, right? You thought you were going to cook with the 30% three-point shooting this year. You didn't cook at all. The argument makes no sense, okay? Because he shot 32% in 23, and that's not good at all, and the Lakers got all the way to the conference finals. So I don't even know what point you're trying to make. Here's my point, Brandon. We watch the games here, and we cover the games after, and we always go live and talk about the games. Here's what I see from Luka and Reaves. Number one, right? I don't even know why you want to talk about the third option so much anyway. Like, you have LeBron's dick so far down your throat, Brandon. You got to stop this stuff. Luka's the star of the show, according to y'all, right? Like, I don't remember when LeBron was 27. Me and my homies, Brandon, we never sat up here and talked about Mario Chalmers and what he was doing. We never talked about a third option. We never talked about Chris Bosh and what he was doing. It was never on those guys. If the Miami Heat lost, nobody was going to blame Chris Bosh. Nobody was going to blame Mario Chalmers. They're the third, fourth option. It's on your star. That's what it's on. So once again, y'all want to say Luka's some elite player, but then you don't want to hold him to elite player standards. I don't understand that, but I know you guys do it because he's white. So you guys want to make excuses for him. So I really want to focus on the first option because that's usually what you focus on, right? Luka has effectively made the Lakers worse. See, you want to talk about LeBron making the Lakers worse. Luka's made us worse, dating back to the trade last year for Anthony Davis. I don't know if you know this, Brandon. The day we traded for Luka Doncic, that day we played the New York Knicks on the road in the Garden. LeBron James had an MVP caliber performance with Max Christie, Austin Reaves, and all these other guys, all these ancillary pieces, right? We traded for Luka Doncic that night. You know the night that we traded for Luka, Brandon, the Lakers were the 5th seed in the West. We were the 5th seed. You know what the Lakers are right now, a year later, with Luka? We're the 6th seed. See, but this is what you don't want to discuss. You just have LeBron's cock in your mouth, and that's all you want to talk about is LeBron all day. But you don't want to talk about how Luka, ever since he came to the Lakers, has been a net negative for the Lakers as a whole. He's made us worse. We have a worse record with Luka than we did with AD. That, to me, is a bigger problem than LeBron shooting 30% from a three-point line. The problem is Luka. And what y'all want to do is y'all want to say Nico's an idiot and he's a clown for trading Luka, but then y'all always want to talk about the 2024 Mavericks, which is the team that Nico built. That's what y'all want to do. Y'all want to build the Lakers like the 2024 Mavericks, but then you'll say Nico's a clown for trading Luka, but Nico was the one that built the team. So which one is it? Is Nico a genius or is Nico a clown for trading this bum? No, he's actually a genius because y'all want to construct a team just like the one he had around him that got him to the finals. And that's another thing too, Brandon. We have to stop this narrative that Luka drug that Mavericks team to the finals. They drug him to the finals. He got to the finals with the Mavericks. And now that he's on the Lakers, why can't he drag these guys? You got 2 number 1 overall picks on your roster. You got LeBron James and you got DeAndre Ayton, 2 number 1 picks. And y'all talking about he needs more help? Well, how much fucking help does he need? He has to have the perfect team to be successful because he's not elite. That's why. So, like I said, if you're not going to talk to me about Luka and Reaves, I don't even know what we're doing here at this point, Brandon. You talking about LeBron still?
So I'm gonna completely barbecue you again. Number one, you traded Anthony Davis for Luka. Anthony Davis isn't even playing this year. So if you had not traded for Anthony Davis, if you had not traded for Luka, your team would be one of the 5 worst teams in the NBA because it would be LeBron, Reaves, and a bunch of role players. Number one, that's point one. Number two, Luka's been to the conference finals twice in the last 5 years. He got there in 2022 and he got there in 2024. And when you say Dallas dragged Luka to the conference finals, I've seen this Dallas team without Luka. They're on the floor right now and they're fucking trash. Anyways, the point you're missing, and this is the main point you're missing, is that because LeBron cannot shoot, there's 2 separate issues with LeBron. Number one, he can't shoot, so
you're still talking about LeBron.
I'm talking about LeBron, and I'm talking about the Lakers. LeBron, ask the question. Okay, here's my point. LeBron James right now is basically a $15 million a year player with a $50 million salary. So in order to win, and Luka has proven he can be the first option on a contending team. LeBron James has lost in the first round since 2024. LeBron has won nothing. LeBron James can't even get out of the first round of the playoffs the last 2 years. So Luka's been to the finals in the last 2 years. LeBron hasn't been out of the first round. That's a difference. And the point is that LeBron is a $15 million a year player who cannot play off the ball. When LeBron plays with Luka and Reaves, he mostly gets the ball for jump shots, like the jump shot that he didn't take at the end of the game against Orlando. And so my point is that LeBron James does not fit in your starting lineup. When LeBron starts, it puts all the role players out of place. LeBron doesn't work offensively. He's not a plus defender. But the main point I'm making that keeps going over your small little head is that LeBron can no longer start and play off the ball. Teams do not respect his shooting. And when you're playing with Luka and Reaves, most of the opportunities you get to score are on catch and release shots. When LeBron shoots the ball on catch and release shots, he builds homes with the amount of bricks that he shoots. He doesn't fit in your starting lineup, and he needs to come off the bench. And if you bring LeBron off the bench, he's not horrible. LeBron has some decent games. He could play coming off the bench, but his $50 million salary is the main reason that the Lakers don't have the defensive wings and the defensive center you need to get to the finals with Luka. Again, Luka got to the finals in 2024. LeBron lost in the first round. That's a difference.
Okay. So once again, Brandon, you brought up Luka getting to the finals in 2 of the last 5 years, the conference finals, but you conveniently left out the part that he missed the playoffs in 2023. I don't know why you did that. You know what LeBron hasn't done in the last 5 years is miss the playoffs. Well, the last 4, right? So Luka's missed the playoffs, right? He missed the playoffs in 2023. That's number one. He missed the play-in tournament, actually, right? In the middle of his prime. I mean, LeBron never did that. You know? I think at the same age, LeBron was probably headed to the finals, I think, 22, 23. Luka was going home. And Adam Silver, he started the play-in tournament where the top 10 teams have a chance to make the playoffs. Luka didn't even make that. That's number one. And then you bring up the conference finals, right? Getting to a conference finals, Brandon, I don't know if you know, but you don't win anything for that. Like the Miami Heat have been to a couple of conference finals in the last 3-4 years. What does that mean? Or does anybody have the Miami Heat as a contender moving forward? No. So just because Luka got to the conference finals, you say that like Like he should get a trophy or something. Like whoop-de-doo. Okay, cool. You got to the conference finals and you lost. You don't get credit for that. So like I said, you want to make it all about LeBron. At the end of the day, they traded for Luka to be the guy. And he's not the guy. That's the whole point. The trade in it of itself doesn't make any sense because you traded away a champion in AD who was a two-way player. You traded him away for a guy that plays one side of the ball. So that's why y'all want to go trade for Herb Jones and all these other guys to come do Luka's dirty work for him because he doesn't do that stuff. AD did. This is why AD became a champion at 26 and Luka's about to be 27 and he's not going to win anything. He's not even going to win the MVP this year when all of his fanboys said he was going to win the MVP. He's not even going to do that because he doesn't play the whole game of basketball. That's a bigger issue than LeBron shooting 30%. Once again, is LeBron shooting great from three this year? No, I would agree with you. 30% is not good, but that's not the biggest problem on the Lakers. The biggest problem on the Lakers is you traded for a white dude who literally can't compete against the blacks. That's what the reality is, Brandon. And I don't know if you know this, Brandon. Since the 2024 finals, Luka hasn't beat Jaylen Brown. He's 0 for 4 against Jaylen Brown. That's a bigger problem than LeBron shooting 30%. But I see you don't want to talk about that. All you want to do is go back to LeBron. Every time I let you talk again, you just want to go back to LeBron. Can we talk about Luka? Talk about Luka being 0 for 4 against Jaylen Brown since the 2024 finals. Why can't Luka, Brandon, beat the black players? Answer that.
Okay, so you lied a lot, so I'm going to clean up your lies, and then I'm going to give my take, okay? Number one, you said LeBron missed the playoffs in 2019 and his rookie year. He's missed the playoffs twice, number one. Number two, the reason why Luka missed the playoffs in 2023...
No, he also missed the playoffs in 2022, Brandon.
Right, that's because the Westbrook trade, right, which LeBron wanted. LeBron destroyed the Lakers roster by forcing them to get Westbrook. That was
so he's missed
LeBron's
the playoffs 3 times.
Okay, number one. Number two, though, the reason Dallas missed the playoffs in 2023 was Luka was hurt and they held him out. Dallas held Luka out because they wanted to get a higher draft spot. They could have made the play-in. Luka was hurt and they held him out. So to say that Luka missing the playoffs when he was hurt the final third of the season is a negative on Luka when the Lakers missed the playoffs in 2019 because LeBron was hurt and the Lakers wanted a higher draft spot. It's your takes that you have no standard. Your takes are totally incoherent.
No, that's not what happened, Brandon.
Hold on. I didn't interrupt you. Let me finish, okay? Number three, though. You say you don't trade Luka because he's a one-way player for AD because AD is a two-way player. Well, let me explain to you. AD is not a two-way player because AD doesn't even fucking play because he's hurt every year. And by the way, he's hurt again this year. So AD is not a two-way player. He's a fucking walking vagina who's never healthy. That's what he is. Okay? You can't be a two-way player if you're not on the fucking court, number one. Okay? Number two, Nikola Jokic is not a two-way player. So when you say you wouldn't trade for a one-way player, are you saying you wouldn't trade for Nikola Jokic?
No, yeah. I didn't say that because Nikola Jokic is a champion.
He's a one-way player.
Yeah, but he's better than Luka too.
No, he's not. Jokic is not significantly better than Luka.
He's better than Luka, Brandon. Stop it. He's a 3-time MVP, Brandon. Stop. Like, you sounded dumb.
Right.
You sound dumb.
Again, Luka's been better in the playoffs than Jokic.
Jokic is a 3-time MVP and a champion. He's better than Luka, dude. Stop it. Now you're sounding just flat out stupid.
Players offensively.
Now you're sounding flat out stupid.
Offensive players. But anyways, I'm moving on. Here's my point. Luka can be the first option on a championship team. He proved that in 2024. LeBron has not been out of the playoffs in the first round in the last years. LeBron has not even been out of the first round of the playoffs in the last 2 years. And then this is my main point that you keep missing. There's 2 issues with LeBron on this Laker team. You're only addressing one. Okay? The first is I've already made this point. LeBron can't shoot. He cannot play off the ball. LeBron James has never been a good off the ball player. And now he's a horrific off the ball player because his jump shot is broken. It's not bent, it's broken. Okay? So LeBron doesn't fit with Luka and Reaves, number one. But number two, this washed up trash can's making $50 million a year. You could have signed 3 good role players. Instead, you have one washed up LeBron. So there's 2 separate issues with LeBron. Number one, he's washed, and number two, he makes $50 million a year. Okay? And when you say, well, Luka's a one-way player, Luka was a one-way player in 2024. He got to the finals. And look, I don't give a fuck about race, but Luka beat Paul George, Kawhi, and Harden. Luka beat Shea. Luka beat Anthony Edwards, right? Luka cooked the shit out of Minnesota in 2024. I've seen Luka beat players of all races, black and white. But my main point is you don't want to address the separate issue with LeBron. He's a 15 million a year player making 50 million a year. LeBron is crushing your team, not just because of his play, but because of his contract. He's not a 50 million a year player, Reggie.
Okay, so let me address your points about Anthony Davis, because I agree with you that Anthony Davis does have injury concerns, right? But that's off the floor, because if he's injured, he's not playing. What I'm telling you is when he's on the floor, he impacts the game at a far higher rate than Luka Doncic. That's number one. So we agree. If you're gonna make the argument that AD can't stay healthy, okay, I'll agree with you on that. But I'm telling you, if all things are equal and both guys are on the floor, number one, AD is way better than Luka for the Los Angeles Lakers and pretty much just about any team in the NBA. AD would be better for your team because he impacts the game on both sides of the ball. That's number one. Then you want to talk about Luka, right? Playing while AD's not playing. But here's the thing though, Brandon. Yes, I agree with you. Luka is actually healthy and AD is not. Here's the kicker though. Luka, as a basketball player, doesn't make you better. So he might as well just fake an injury and just sit out, because regardless if he plays or not, we're not going to win regardless. That's the thing. So there's that. Now let's talk about Dallas. Yes, Dallas got to the finals once again. Whoop-de-doo, okay? They got to the finals, and then what happened? They lost in 5 because of who, Brandon? Because of Puka Luka, which is why Nico Harrison, 6 months later, decided to trade him, because he realized this guy doesn't have what it takes to lead us to the promised land, which is why he's on the Lakers to begin with. You don't want to acknowledge that though. If he's as great as you claim, why is he even here to begin with? He should have still been on his own team, but his own team gave up on him. And now that he's here playing next to LeBron, getting exposed on the biggest stage in the NBA, now what y'all want to do is y'all want to deflect blame from Luka and you want to blame LeBron. Now you're saying LeBron isn't worth the money. Newsflash, Brandon, LeBron is worth more money than any player in the NBA. He's still the biggest draw at 41 years old. That's a fact. Karl Anthony Towns and Jimmy Butler make the same amount of money as LeBron. And guess what, Brandon? None of those guys were all-stars. LeBron was. He was an all-star at 41. And he makes the same amount of money as Jimmy Butler and Karl Anthony Towns. So that argument makes no sense. Then you want to talk about money and somebody taking a pay cut. Well, can we start with Luka? He's the one that needs to take the pay cut, not LeBron James. Yeah, y'all should have never gave him a 4-year max deal. But you want to know why they did, Brandon? Because white America is so desperate for a white savior, because you guys haven't had one since Larry fucking Bird. So now you guys have resorted to dick-sucking Europeans that are from Yugoslavia somewhere over there in Europe. That's all y'all got, Brandon. You're dick-sucking Nikola Jokic because you don't have an American to dick-suck. You guys dick-suck Luka Doncic. You want to know why? Because you have nobody that's from America that's white. So that's why they did this deal. This deal, to me, for Luka, was more so about the Lakers trying to make money than it was more so about basketball. Because if it's about basketball, the deal makes no sense, because Luka Doncic isn't that good of a basketball player. He's just not that good. And you want to know I know, Brandon? Look at the Lakers' record versus the good teams in the NBA this year. 1-8. 1-8, Brandon. So Luka's not that good. He can't beat the elite guys in the NBA. He can't. Jaylen Brown owns him. You don't want to talk about that. Since 2024, Jaylen Brown is 4-0 against Luka. You don't want to talk about that. Cade Cunningham has emerged. He's better than Luka. He's in the MVP conversation. His team has the #1 record in the East this year. He surpassed Luka. We all know SGA is better, and we all know Wembanyama's better, right? Luka has fallen dramatically from where we thought he was. We thought he was a top 3 player. I've made the argument at this point, he's not even top 20. So once again, you keep wanting to talk about LeBron. LeBron is the least of the Lakers' worries. The real problem is the first and second option on the Lakers, Luka and Reaves, 2 white boys that can't move their feet. They have no lateral quickness. They can't stay in front of their man. They play one side of the ball. That's the problem with the Lakers. I don't care about net rating. I don't care about LeBron's 3-point percentage. I don't care about none of the arguments you're trying to make. Because, once again, your arguments are built on a foundation of quicksand. Because the 2 guys that are the Lakers' first and second options are not good enough to beat elite level black players. Once again, did Luka get to the finals? Yes. Who did he get there with, though? Kyrie. When he got to the conference finals, did he do it by himself? Because I remember in the first round, he was missing games. Who was winning games for the Mavericks? Oh, that guy, Jalen Brunson. So, once again, you guys love to give this dude all the credit, right? But in reality, like I told you, Nico Harrison, Kyrie Irving, and the Mavericks, they carried him. He didn't carry them. They carried him. Because before the playoffs last year, what did y'all tell me before the playoffs started? Y'all told me, oh, Luka's going to beat Minnesota. He already beat them last year. That's what y'all were saying last year. And then what happened? He got clapped in 5 games last year in the playoffs. He got clapped. So that lets me know the Mavericks carried him. Because if it was really him, he would have led us to a series victory over Minnesota. But he didn't. So that's an indictment on Luka in and of itself. He went home in back-to-back years in 5 games the last time we seen him in the postseason. 2024 finals, 5 games. 2025 first round, 5 games. He's been exposed. He's been exposed. But instead of y'all talking about Luka being exposed and how the NBA has figured him out, what y'all want to do is you want to keep blaming the greatest player to ever lace him up. Brandon, LeBron's 41. He don't have nothing to prove to you, dude. He can shoot 25% from 3. I wouldn't care. You want to know why? Because he's already proven himself. Luka hasn't. Reaves hasn't proven anything. So until they do, like I said, I don't really care about nothing you have to say about LeBron James. Because it doesn't make your argument doesn't make sense.
Okay, so I'm going to go one by one with your arguments, and I'm going to absolutely fucking barbecue them. I'm going to obliterate them. Number one, you didn't address my core point. You didn't even address it, okay? I said there are 2 issues with LeBron. Number one, he can't shoot anymore, so he doesn't fit with Luka and Reaves. But number two, he makes $50 fucking million a year. He makes more money this year than fucking Shea. And he's a role player who can't fucking shoot. So you need to get LeBron and his $50 million off the team so you can bring in defensive players and cook them. Also, why did Dallas trade Luka? Dallas traded Luka not because Luka was not elite. That's a lie. Dallas traded Luka because they were going to have to pay him what OKC paid Shea. They were going to have to pay him $70 million a year. And the new ownership, because Mark Cuban divested, is cheap as fuck. They didn't want to pay one player $70 million. That's why they traded him. It was a financial cost. It wasn't a Nico Harrison move. It was the ownership was fucking cheap. They didn't want to pay one player $70 million. You casual. Okay, that's why they traded him. Number one. Number two, you say Luka cannot beat elite players. So let's talk about who Luka's beaten over the last 3 years in the playoffs. And one other point, you say, why am I giving Luka all the credit when he had Kyrie and Brunson? Okay, Luka beat Shea. Luka beat Shea in 2024 in the playoffs, 6-game series. Kyrie averaged 9 points a game. He averaged 9 points a game, and Luka won that series. And the reason Luka won that series is because Luka's been cooking the shit out of Oklahoma City every year. In fact, Luka cooked the shit out of Oklahoma City last year as well. The last time the Lakers played the Thunder, the only reason the Thunder won is because Luka got kicked out of the game in the second half. Okay, so Luka's beaten Anthony Edwards, he's beaten Devin Booker, he's beaten Shea, he's beaten Paul George, he's beaten Kawhi, he's beaten Harden. Those are elite players. They're elite. And just to show how hypocritical you are, Reggie, you are giving Luka all the blame. You're saying Luka gets most of the blame because he's the top dog. But when Luka wins, you want to give Kyrie and Brunson the credit. When Luka loses, you want to give him all the blame. That's not the way it works. Top dog gets the credit. They also, in most cases, deserve the blame. The difference here is that because LeBron makes 50 fucking million, the Lakers can't build a roster. I listen to Lakers fans like you whine endlessly about Rob Pelinka. Rob Pelinka has no money to spend. He has no money to get wings who can defend like Dallas had in 2024. He has no money to get defensive centers. You guys had to go shopping at Walmart on a budget of nothing, and you got DeAndre Ayton and Marcus Smart because you couldn't bring any real free agents in because 41-year-old LeBron is grossly overpaid. So I'm not talking about just LeBron as a player. I'm talking about his disgusting $50 million a year contract. And when you say, well, LeBron is this big draw, give me a fucking break. The Lakers franchise has been the most watched and rooted for franchise in the NBA for 50 fucking years. The Lakers had great TV ratings before LeBron. They will have great TV ratings after LeBron. The Laker franchise is bigger than any one player, including a washed up 41-year-old player. Okay? And so my point is, you can win with Luka. Luka got to the finals in 2024 in the loaded West, beating elite teams like Oklahoma City, and he beat Anthony Edwards in the conference finals. Now, the finals, you talk about Jaylen Brown, he's 0-4 against Boston. That's a team stat. It's not an individual stat, number one. But number two, the 2024 Celtics were an all-time great team. 2024 Boston is one of the best defenses in the history of the NBA. That team had Derek White, Drew Holiday, Jaylen Brown, Tatum, and in the finals, they had Porzingis for 3 of their 4 wins. So Dallas ran into one of the greatest defensive teams in NBA history in the 2024 finals. And if Dallas had played a normal team, for instance, if Dallas would have played the 2023 Miami Heat that was an 8 seed, Dallas would have beaten that 2023 Miami team. And casuals like you would be saying, well, Luka won a title. I'm so happy we traded for him. We can cook. Final point. If your team had not traded for Luka, you would have 41-year-old LeBron and you would have Anthony Davis. Oh, wait, you wouldn't have Anthony Davis because he never plays. Without Luka, you're a fucking irrelevant, bottom-feeding team with nothing because AD can't stay healthy. So stop crying like a bitch about Luka. This was a leap year for the Lakers. Next year, you'll get LeBron in his $50 million a year contract off the books. And next year, the Lakers will have defensive wings. They'll have a defensive center, and they'll be a relevant team. This season was always going to be a leap year for the Lakers. You're just whining like a bitch.
Once again, Brandon, like I said, dude, the reason, and we got Arioka in the chat. He said, Luka isn't worth the money, dummy. Which franchise traded a 26-year-old superstar? The reason why Dallas didn't want to pay Luka is like Arioka said, he wasn't worth paying. If he was worth it, they would have paid him. You think a 25-year-old LeBron would have gotten traded in his sleep? No. LeBron left Cleveland. He didn't get traded. So, like I said, you can keep making all these excuses. Oh, they didn't want to pay him. The owner's cheap. Well, yeah, I wouldn't want to pay a dude $70 million a year who hasn't even brought me a championship, who hasn't won an MVP. Yeah, I think that is a little bit insane, if I'm being honest with you. I do. I think a lot of these contracts are getting ridiculous. So I don't blame Dallas for trading him. Yeah, he wasn't worth whatever the max was going to be that he was going to qualify for. He wasn't worth that. So yeah, them trading him made perfect sense to me. The only thing that I hate about it is that they traded him to my team, and now he's basically, you know, our problem now. That's the only thing I hate. So like I said, back to Luka, Brandon. I'm not finna keep going back and forth with you because you want to make this all about LeBron James, okay? At the end of the day, Luka is supposed to be the quote-unquote top 3 player in the NBA, according to you casuals. So my thing is, if he's that great and you have 2 number 1 overall picks in your starting lineup, the fact that you're up here crying saying he needs more help lets me know he's overrated. Because guess what? When LeBron was his age and even younger, matter of fact, when LeBron was younger than Luka, he didn't have all this and he was still able to win MVPs. He was still able to get to the finals. And he didn't have half the talent Luka's played with over his career. This dude's played with Kristaps Porzingis, who averaged 20 and 10 playing with Luka. He played with Jalen Brunson, who's a franchise player for the Knicks, and he's also played with Kyrie Irving, who's an NBA champion. He's who did LeBron have in his first 7 years that were on any of those guys' level? He didn't have nobody. He had Delonte West, Mo Williams, Zydrunas Ilgauskas, right? So Luka's had the help throughout his career, and he's got even more help now. He's playing with the GOAT, and he still he can barely win games against bottom feeder teams, let alone the good teams. He can't even win games. How much more help do you need is the question. If you're so great, aren't you averaging 35? So why can't you be the top 4 team in the NBA? Because you're overrated. All you know how to do, all Luka knows how to do, Brandon, is pad his numbers. He doesn't know how to win basketball games. And what you casuals have done is you've turned basketball into a math equation, and you want to try to quantify how good a player is by how many points they score. That's never been how we've analyzed the sport. We always said that the best players were the winners. We don't care about how many points you score if they don't contribute to victories and championships. But in 2026, nerds like you, y'all care more about points and net rating and all these advanced analytics when guys don't even win. LeBron James scored 51 points in an NBA Finals game. 51, 8, and 8. We don't talk about that game. You want to know why, Brandon? Because he lost. At the end of the day, the objective of the game is to win. Now, it's not about how many points you score. In my opinion, Luka, if he would bring his scoring down and be more of a facilitator and actually get other guys involved, the Lakers will be much more successful. But because he's so preoccupied with scoring 35 a night, that's why the Lakers aren't that good. If he would focus more on being a point guard, which is what the Lakers play him as, and he would get LeBron more involved, he would get DeAndre Ayton more involved, the Lakers would be a better team. But nerds like you who have never played basketball, you don't understand basic concepts like that. You don't understand it. So, like I said, I'm about done with you, Brandon. Like, you're really a casual. I don't think at this point we need to continue to keep going back and forth. Just go ahead and get your shit off and get the fuck off the show.
Yeah, I cooked you. Number one, you did not address the core point I had. LeBron makes $50 million a year. You can't build a winning roster with him on the team. Luka got to the finals in 2024. He lost to one of the best defenses in NBA history. And again, you say we need Luka to pass more. Who the fuck's he passing to? Jake LaRavia? LeBron shooting 29% from 3? Your point is casual. You're a casual. The reason Luka has to shoot so much is this roster is trash. And the main reason this roster is trash is LeBron is not a $50 million a year player. He's not a $40 million a year player. LeBron is nothing more than a six man in his career. He's grossly overpaid. And until LeBron and you won't address this, and his $50 million a year salary is off the Lakers, your team will be irrelevant. All right, I'm out.
Please don't tell me that was you saying the 96 Sonics. This is what you got to realize, Judah. It's very easy to out-debate locker room. It's not very challenging whatsoever. The fact that you let locker room outwit you and out-debate you, it says a lot. We're not talking about a very high-level basketball mind, and you got outwitted by the locker room.
I said what I said.
I'm too hot for you to own.
I said what I said.
In a whip that's meant to speed. If I hurt you, would you leave? I learned the game from some heavyweights. Catching buses, making change from another
one of my niggas' bitches, right? The locker room went to fuck one of my niggas' bitches, right? That's what he fucking did. He fucking disrespected bitch.
I'm sorry in advance if I let you.
He like to make my soundbite part of his show. I never seen nothing like this where somebody that's a different blogger on a different screen takes your soundbite and DJs your shit. Like he's like a fucking DJ.
I'm sorry
I said what I said.
You down.
Yeah, like I said, Brandon, you know, you tried to sound like you know what you're talking about, but I personally just really can't take a guy seriously that just never played the sport at all. You know, you can just tell when a guy's just never played basketball because the way they discuss the game, it's very childish, right? Very childish, very nerdy. You know, we went back and forth at least 5 times. You kept going back to LeBron, you know. It's like that's all you want to talk about. It's like, bro, you do realize there are problems on the Lakers that are completely unrelated to LeBron James. Like, do you get that concept? Or do you just think that every problem on the Lakers has something to do with LeBron? Every single time I let you go, you're back to LeBron, back to LeBron, back to LeBron. Back to LeBron, back to LeBron, back to LeBron. Dude, Luka sucks, bro. I mean, it's that simple. He needs the perfect roster just to get his ass beat. Think about that, Brandon. He got 2 number 1 overall picks in his starting lineup, and y'all come up here talking about, oh, but he needs more help. He's got the most help damn near in the sport. I mean, seriously. I mean, outside of maybe like OKC, maybe like the Spurs, like what other player has 2 number 1 overall picks on their roster? Bro, you just can't get the job done, gang. Like that it's that simple. We don't have to get into net rating and crying about usage rate and all that nonsense. Bro, you just can't win. That's it. It's not any more deeper than that. You just can't win. Oh, well, LeBron hasn't been out the first round in 2 years. Okay, he's 41. He's been out the first round 1,000 times. Luka's getting clapped in the first round at 26. My GOAT didn't get sent home in the first round at 26 years old. You suck. It's that simple. You sucked in Dallas. Okay, cool. You won a couple series in Dallas. You beat Devin Booker. Wow. Wow, he beat Devin Booker. Oh, wow, he beat the Clippers. The Clippers. Wow. He beat Minnesota. Wow. Congratulations. You beat Minnesota. A team that prior to, last year, 2 years ago, hadn't been to a conference finals in 20 years. Wow, you beat that team. Congratulations. Congratulations, man. Like, bro, nobody cares, dude, at the end of the day, bro. All we care about, like my generation, chat, I don't know about this new generation of nerds and, losers and cornballs and geeks. I don't know about this generation. But my generation, all we cared about was the winners, man. That's it. We didn't care why you lost, why you can't win. None of that mattered to us. You either won or you didn't. That's it. We didn't sit up here debating why Dwayne Wade couldn't win before LeBron showed up. We didn't say, oh, he's playing with Mike Beasley. Well, Mike Beasley isn't good enough. D Wade needs more help, and he lost. That was it. He lost, and that was it. We just moved on with our lives. No, they want to sit up here and debate for 3 hours why Luka can't win. Bro, he's just not that good. We don't care about your net rating. We don't care about plus minus. We don't care about LeBron's 3-point percentage. We don't care. Luka's just not that good. Well, Luka got to the finals in 2024. Oh, okay, so Kyrie just didn't do shit, right? He wasn't a contributing factor at all. He was just there, right? Yeah, Kyrie didn't do nothing. Jalen Brunson didn't do nothing. They was just there. It was all Luka, right? Nico Harrison had no part in that team. He didn't build that roster. He didn't trade for Daniel Gafford and PJ Washington at the trade deadline. He didn't draft Derek Lively. He didn't trade for Kyrie, right? It was just all Luka. Jason Kidd didn't do nothing. It was just all Luka. He's just the one that carried everybody. Really? I mean, do you guys think we're dumb or are you just stupid? If he was as elite as y'all claimed, his ass would still be on his own damn team. I don't understand people defending a dude that got traded in the middle of his sleep. You got traded. And the craziest part about it is he didn't want to leave. They wanted him gone. Now you're on my GOATS team, and now people talking about, well, LeBron's the problem now. Man, y'all are casuals. Did LeBron get traded to Dallas? I could see that argument if LeBron got traded to Dallas. I could understand that argument. Folks, Luka got traded to LeBron's team. And now they're trying to flip the narrative like LeBron's the problem. Only white people could get away with that type of shit, dude. White people are, I mean, you guys are just some of the most insane snake people. I've never seen this before, folks. Only a white person could think that they could flip a narrative like that. I mean, really think about that. Luka was on his own team where he was the star of the show. He gets traded to LeBron's team, and now you got these white folks talking about LeBron's the problem. Only a white person would do some shit like that. I could see if LeBron got traded to Luka's team, and then they were saying this, that he's the problem. Okay, that would make a little bit more sense. Nigga, Luka got traded to LeBron's team. And now they're flipping it saying it's LeBron's fault. So go back to your fucking team then, dude. Oh, that's right. You can't. You can't. Like, come on, man. Stop it. Why isn't he on his own team? Why is he wearing a Laker jersey? He don't even look right in the Lakers uniform. Why is he wearing a Lakers uniform? Because the Mavericks, the team that he was on, did not want him. And now that he's on the Lakers, now it's LeBron that's the problem? You white people are literally insane. I mean, that's next level stupidity right there. And the fact that he's so like convinced in his mind that this makes sense. I mean, it's insane the confidence you people have with your stupidity. Y'all are confidently stupid. You're a confident idiot. I got to give you credit. At least you're confident in your stupidity. I got to give you, at least I got to give you credit for that. I guess I can give you credit for that. You're a confident idiot. I mean, I guess if you're going to be an idiot, you should be a confident one. I guess it makes sense. Shout out to Samoda Dragon. You said when Grayson Allen is hunting you, you're trash. He said him believing in Luka shows his mindset. Yeah, it's a white mindset. It's a white mindset. And in Brandon's mind, white is good, black is bad. That's his mindset. That's his mindset. So no matter what I say about Luka, Roland, it's just gonna go over his head and he's not gonna agree with it because all he sees is white. In his mind, white is right. If it ain't white, it ain't right. In his mind.
I'm sorry in advance if I let you down.
LeBron fans.
In his mind, in Brandon's mind, if it ain't white, it ain't right. Scap Attack is the same way. They will criticize a black player till 6 a.m, but when it comes to criticizing a white, they don't believe in that. They don't believe in criticizing their own. That's where we're at with these people. They're racist. And then they want to try to sit up here and act like, oh, well, it's about the numbers. Bro, just admit what you are. You're just a fucking racist, dude. You defend Luka because he's white. If Luka was 4 shades darker, you'd be up here saying he's trash and he can't defend and he can't guard anybody and the Lakers are worse with him than with Anthony. Like, come on, bro. We know what you would be doing if Luka was 4 shades darker. But because he's white, let's make all the excuses in the world for him, right? Let's pretend like we're not watching what we're watching. Let's pretend like his defense isn't all that bad. Let's pretend like he's not a ball hog. I mean, you have no shame in yourself. This is why you can't talk basketball with you. You're not even objective. If you're going to criticize the black players aggressively, why are you holding off on criticizing the white players in the same manner? Because you're a fucking racist, dude. That's the only thing I can think about. See, me, folks, it's how you know I'm not racist. Because I will keep the same energy for the blacks as I do the whites. But what I've noticed with the whites, they only want to keep this energy with black players. When it comes to the white players, they want to take it easy on them. They want to make excuses for them. Man, get out of here with that shit. Luka sucks, dude. I showed you the numbers. I brought the evidence and the stats. Look it up if you don't believe me. They're 1-8 versus the top 4 teams. 1-8, chat. 1-8. Austin Reaves is 0-5. We're 0-5 with Austin Reaves on the floor against the elite teams in the NBA. What do those numbers tell you guys? They suck. But no, let's not blame the first and second option. Let's say it's because LeBron is shooting 30%. Do you want to know what Reaves is shooting against those teams, Brandon? Chat, hold on. Since Brandon wants to say, oh, well, it's because LeBron can't shoot. Does he know what Reaves is shooting in these games? Hold on. Versus the top 4 teams, folks, Austin Reaves is shooting, Brandon. Hold on, let me show you this, Brandon, since you're so enamored with LeBron's shooting percentage. Let me go ahead and cook you up real quick. Let me go ahead and pack you up and send you on about your night. So once again, folks, against the top 4 teams in the NBA, Austin Reaves has played in 5 games against those teams. We can't win a game against those teams when Austin Reaves is on the floor. We can't win a game. Now, Brandon, he was just talking about LeBron's 3-point percentage. But you notice he didn't talk about Reaves' 3-point percentage against these teams. Now, let's look at Reaves' 3-point percentage against the best teams in the league. So from the field, folks, Reaves is shooting 41% from the field. And from the 3-point line, he's shooting 25%. So he's saying the problem with the Lakers is LeBron can't shoot. But you notice he didn't say nothing about Reaves shooting 25% from 3 against the elite competition. You guys noticed that, right? He's a racist, dude. I mean, I don't know what else to say. He's a racist. He's a racist. I mean, that's all there is to say. It's that simple. He'll talk about LeBron shooting 30%, but won't talk about Reaves shooting 25%. Okay. All right, Brandon. We know your game plan, dude. You're a racist. It is what it is. Just admit it and let's just move on. You know? Like me personally, I've gotten to the point where I actually like the open racists at this point. I like the white dudes that'll get up and that'll get on the internet and say nigga. I like those dudes now. You wanna know why? Because I realized all these white dudes be saying that shit behind closed doors anyway. But majority of them are too pussy to say it out in public. No. Show us you got some balls, Brandon. Go outside and just start calling niggas nigger. Just go outside and start calling niggas nigga. Quit being pussy about it. If you're gonna be a racist, be a racist and be proud of it and stand on it. Don't be a racist hiding, behind LeBron hate. Cause that's what a lot of y'all do. Y'all be undercover racists hiding behind LeBron hate. And you use LeBron to get your anger out. No, just stand on the fact that you're just a full-blown racist and let's just go ahead and move on. Go outside and start calling niggas nigger. Because we know you guys are doing it behind closed doors anyway. So just be a man about your shit. Quit being pussy. Straight up. Okay, shout out to Chairman Mo with the $5 super chat.
Hey, I fuck with your boy. Fuck with your boy.
LeBron fans.
He said the Mavs are owned by the Adelson family. They're small hats. They're like, fuck this. We're not paying this white guy. We should have paid Brunson. Yeah, that's what they should have done. They should have traded Luka and kept Brunson, in all honesty. That's what they should have done, to be honest with you. Kept Brunson, trade Luka. Yeah, they would have been better off, honestly, if we're being honest. Because Brunson, you see what Brunson took to go to New York. He took 125. So you could have saved money by keeping Brunson. You still got Kyrie. Kyrie and Brunson was your backcourt. Kyrie played a 2. Kyrie like playing a 2 anyway. Kyrie don't like passing the ball anyway. Kyrie's really a 2 guard. He's not really a point guard. Kyrie just like to score. So you can have Jalen at the 1, Kyrie at the 2, PJ, Derrick Jones Jr., and, Derek Lively. Boom. You might have had a better chance of beating Boston if you would have just kept Brunson. Y'all kept the wrong dude. Maybe that's why Nico traded him, because he realized, damn, I traded the wrong guy. That might be why he traded him. Real talk. Roland, you said you cooked. Nah, Brandon's easy work, man. Brandon's easy work. I mean, he's one of, like I said, Brandon is one of the reasons why I created the NBA fan chart. He's one of the reasons why. Now, if you guys don't know, I created the NBA fan chart a while ago. There are 5 different archetypes of NBA fans. You have trolls, you have goofies, you have clowns, you have fanboys, and you have casuals, right? Brandon is most definitely a goofy. What's a goofy? A goofy is a person that has played basketball as a hobby, but pretends to be an expert on the game when in reality, they've Googled everything they know about the sport. All Brandon knows about basketball is basketballreference.com, StatMuse, Second Spectrum, Synergy, that's all these dudes know, man. You don't know anything about basketball, bro. You've never played the sport. You've never been in these situations. You don't know shit. I mean, like I said, growing up, I mean, there was no such thing as a net rating when I was growing up. None of my coaches growing up ever mentioned net rating. Like, are we serious here? Net rating, plus minus, and all that, bro. You're either good or you're not. Like, seriously, you can either win or you can't. Like, we've overcomplicated a lot of this stuff. You're either good or you're not. You either can win or you can't win. It's that simple. No, they want to talk about 50 different statistics now. We don't care about that shit, dude. Like I told you, I don't care. Okay, yeah, LeBron's shooting 30%. Wow, okay. So, I don't give a shit what LeBron is shooting in the regular season. I don't care. I know if you put the right pieces around him, he can get the job done. Can we say the same thing about Luka? No. Can we say the same thing about Reaves? No. So why are we building around them? Makes no sense. If you telling me, oh, we want to build for the future, okay, build for the future. Go get Paolo then. Go get Anthony Edwards. Go get somebody that like can actually play. You're getting fucking Luka Doncic and Austin Reaves? That's going to be your future? Well, then your future's fuck. You don't have a future. Did you guys see Paolo Banchero the other night? That's a future. Paolo Banchero's a future. Anthony Edwards is a future. That's a future. Darren Peterson, AJ DeBonza, that's a future. I'm talking about a future with Luka, who's about to be fucking 28. What future, nigga? Niggas about to be out the league. He ain't playing until he's 41 like LeBron. He's on the backside of his career. Like I said, folks, I think in my mind, I think you should get 9 years as a number one option. That's it. After 9 years, folks, as a number one option, if you can't win, it's over. It's over. Straight up. Think about it, folks. Pretty much all the greats by year 9 had a championship. Jordan, Shaq, Kobe, Duncan, Dwayne Wade, LeBron, Steph, everybody. By year 9, all the greats had won a championship. Kawhi, all that, right? So think about it. If you make it past year 9 and you don't have a championship, now you got to go be a number 2 somewhere. Look at Kevin Durant. He couldn't win a championship as the number 1 in OKC. So what did he do? He went to Golden State to be what? A number 2. Luka's got one more year, bro, as a number 1. After next year, bro, it's over. If Luka doesn't win the championship next year as the number 1 option, it's over. It's over. You've been in the league almost a decade. If you still can't win, you're just never going to win. Look at Russ. Look at James Harden. Look at T-Mac and Allen Iverson and all the guys that didn't win. If year 9 is the deadline, and once that deadline comes, now you got to go be a second option. Now you got to take that demotion. You're not a first option anymore. Now you got to go be a second option. Look at James Harden. He couldn't win. What'd he do? He went to Brooklyn. Now you're not the first option no more. He couldn't win in Brooklyn, went to Philly. Now you're not the first option. Joel Embiid is. He won the MVP. See, James Harden, now you're the second, third option now. Went to the Clippers. You ain't the first option. Now he's in Cleveland. You ain't the first option. Luka, this is his 8th year. We all know he ain't winning this year. After next year, bro, if he don't win the championship, bro, now he got to start getting demoted, gang. You can't be a number 1 option no more, bro. You ain't winning. Like, you've been in the league 10 years, gang. You can't win, you just can't win. Like, that's it. If you ain't figured it out by now, you're not figuring it out, bro. Straight up. You're not figuring it out. Because you've had enough time to figure it out. So if you ain't figured it out, you ain't figuring it out. There's no way we're going to be in year 12 watching this dude dribble in the air out the ball, winning 45 games, and he's still going to be the first option. There's no way. Luka's finna get demoted soon. You finna get demoted soon. You done already got demoted by getting traded. You finna get demoted again. You getting traded was your first wake-up call. If you don't win a championship, because we all know he ain't winning next year neither. Luka's career's over. It's over. It's over. He gonna make his money. He gonna do what he got to do to make his money. But his career is over. He's not winning. It's over. He said it's no longer a question of whether Luka will improve. It's how much more he'll decline. He said year 8, no defense. It's only downhill from here. It's over. Reaves is 28. It's over, man. Like, to me, you'd be a fool to pay Austin Reaves, bro. You'd be a fool. Bro, he about to be 28, bro. Like, stop it, man. Like, you're 28, bro. Like, you're not a rookie, gang. You're not a little kid, bro. You know, like, you'll give a kid time. Like, we'll give Cooper, we gonna wait Cooper flag out. We gonna give Cooper at least a good 10 years before we start, like, expecting something, you know? Cooper got a good 10 years. He only 18, 19, you know? Like, but Reaves, Luka, bro, come on, bro. Y'all 28, 29 years old, bro. Like, get out of here, man. Come on, gang. I told y'all, bro. I met a chick a few weeks ago, bro. She was bad and all that, bro. She was 29, bro. Like, come on, man. I ain't finna play with no 29-year-old, bro. I'm sorry, bro. If you ain't fucking, bro, get off my phone, bro. Straight up. You 29, man. I ain't playing no games with no 29-year-old, dog. You 29 years old, man. Get your ass off my fucking phone, man. Talking about, can I pay for your nails? Bitch, can you suck some dick? What the fuck? Fuck out of here. Bitch, you 29 years old, bro. I'm not signing no 29-year-old to no max deal. The fuck out of here. Who the fuck signs a 29-year-old to a max deal? It gets over.
I'm sorry in advance if I let you down.
Ho, it's over with, man. Bitch. I run my dating life like a motherfucking NBA team. Y'all think it's a game. I run my dating life like an NBA franchise, nigga. Wait, how old are you? 29? Man, please. You ain't getting no max deal at 29. The fuck? Bitch, you gotta be LeBron to get a max deal at 29. You ain't no goddamn LeBron, ho. Nah. I need young talent. I'm sorry. I need young talent. You know, I need somebody with a future. Bitch, you 27, 28, 29, man. If you don't get your ass up out my goddamn face, man. Thinking you finna get a max contract. Thinking I'm finna max you out. No, you're not getting maxed out, gang. Vet minimum. That's all I got for these chicks, bro. You 29 years old thinking you finna get a max deal out of me? Nigga, please. You gonna get a vet minimum. Matter of fact, you gonna get a 10-day. Fuck it. You gonna get a 10-day. You gonna get a 10-day contract. Let me see what you got. You ain't got nothing? All right, you done. We're done. I'm not playing no game. I'm not wasting no time with no 29-year-old, man. Come on, man. The fuck? This nigga Reaves finna be 28 years old, bro. Like, are y'all niggas serious, bro? Y'all, are you serious, gang? You finna waste everybody time with a 28-year-old, bro? Man, I'll send this nigga to the fucking Guangdong Tigers, nigga. I'll send this nigga to China for I sit up here and waste my goddamn time with this old ass nigga. This nigga's old, man. You not LeBron, nigga. You ain't... No, LeBron at 28 was still fresh, nigga. No, only the elite players is still fresh. Nigga, you're a bum. You're on the back end of your prime, nigga. You're on the back end. Austin Reaves on the back end of his prime. You don't have the body of a LeBron. You don't have the genetics. You don't have the strength and the mobility and the quickness and the lateral quickness. You don't have nothing, gang. You're on the back end, dude. You're on the back end of your prime. Luka's on the back end of his prime. This might be his last deal, in all honesty. If he keep playing like this, who's going to give him another max deal? You'd be a fool to give Luka another max deal. This might be his last deal, his last max. Because I'm telling you, teams is waking up, bro. They're not just handing out $200 million no more, bro, for niggas that ain't winning. Look at James Harden. Why y'all think James Harden left the Clippers? Because he wants some more money. Clippers like, man, hell no. You 36, 37, and we not going to win nothing with you? What we giving you max money for? Let's go get Darius Garland. They went and got the young nigga. Come on, gang. We swapping y'all old niggas out for the young niggas. Luka think he finna be 33 still getting max deals. Nigga, please. Them folks gonna throw you a mid-level exception, dude. So like I said, folks, I mean, that's all I got, bro. That's all I got. Brandon, like I said, dude, stick to what it is you do, dude. I don't know what you do, but stick to that. Because when it comes to breaking down basketball, bro, you just have no idea what you're talking about. None at all. But folks, shout out to everybody that tuned in. Shout out to Chairman Mo, Samoda Dragon. Jesus said not all Mexicans. Come on, bro. Okay, Jesus. This clown, what's his name? I don't know. Some clown. Shout out to Mike298. Appreciate you, man. Shout out to Black Panther. Shout out to Treasure. And shout out to Nick T for the super chats. Folks, that's all I got on this one, man. I think we pretty much broke it down, bro. Austin Reaves is just a bum. You know, he's clout farming. You know, he's hiding behind the stars, thinking he's going to finesse for a max contract. I mean, it's just insane. And knowing the Lakers, knowing how racist they are, they'll probably give it to him just because he's white. You know? They'll probably give it to him. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But that's all I got, folks, on this one. I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. This was another installment of The Locker Room. Peace.
You had bitch ass Suzette. His bitch ass. Talking about, oh man, you know, Reaves Pro, he bugging. Where you at, Suzette? Where you at? With your bitch ass, where you at? Where you at? Where you at, Suzette? I tried to rock with you, but then I realized you was a sucker. Do you know how I know you're a sucker, Suzette? Because you were making fun jokes about, Charles is living in a tree. He's Nigerian, and he's living in a tree, and he's living in a tree, and he's living in a hut, and blah, 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 blah. Making all of these racist jokes, right? Making all of these racist jokes. Then I asked Suzette, where are you from? He goes, I'm born in New York. No, where's your family from? But they're from Haiti. But then invite somebody on his show from the Caribbean that has a Caribbean accent and starts making fun of the person with a Caribbean accent. That's like me inviting an African on, or not African, a Ghanaian or a Nigerian or whoever, a West African on this show and start laughing at his accent. That's how bitch ass Suzette is. That's Suzette. That's him. He's laughing at somebody with an accent from the islands, but his family's from the islands. Suzette, that's my daughter. If some of y'all know who that is, y'all know who that is. For those of y'all who don't know, that's my daughter, Suzette. You asking who that is, that's my daughter, Suzette. He's not even my son, that's my daughter. For those of y'all who know, you know. That's not my son, he's my daughter, Suzette. He's not even man enough to be my son, he's my daughter, Suzette.